Let's do this.
All right. What are you laughing about? My rough mouth? It's rough.
Just everything about you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm entertaining if nothing else. Fix my spine here. I gotta see my face.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
Love these weeks, Semko. It's a short week for me.
Yes,
Not
it
for
is.
you.
No.
I got a 3-day weekend. And whenever you come back from a 3-day weekend, the week just seems sweeter because you're like, I only got 4 more days until the weekend.
That one day does make a huge difference.
Huge difference. And it's always better. I'm always in the camp of, if you give me a choice between having a Friday off or a Monday off, give me the Monday off.
Yes. Monday feels like you've got one over
Right.
on the man or something.
Totally.
Fridays, doesn't everybody at least do a half
I know.
day on
That's what I was
Friday?
going to say. You already have checked out on
Yeah.
Friday. So it's like, so I get a half day off because I'm already off half the other days.
Yeah.
So Monday you get a full, and I hate Monday when I'm at Garfield. But yeah, you know, Mondays just have a different feel to it. And you remove that from the equation.
Yeah.
More honest.
Monday's also, I don't know, at least in like the retail world, Monday is when you have all your conference calls,
Yeah.
all your like recap.
Yes,
like,
yes.
So when you don't have to do that, and especially if you can have someone else do it for you, you really feel like
Oh, yeah.
you got a real day off.
Well, unlike you, when we have the Monday off, all those Monday calls, they just move them to Tuesday. So I still had all those calls.
Yeah.
But one less day. So I'm not complaining. So the 3-day weekend, man, how was your weekend?
Terrible weekend.
Terrible weekend.
Terrible in the sense of there was literally nothing going on.
Really,
I
yeah.
wish I had something I could come in here and talk about, but I had to work Sunday and Monday.
Okay.
And Saturday, because of the weather, it was just a day to catch up on cleaning.
Yeah, that was it, man.
That was it.
Real exciting.
Couldn't even grill out anything.
Weather kind of bummed out. Weather's bummed out right now.
Yeah.
You guys might hear the thunder in
Yes.
our podcast because it's so freaking loud. It's like right over my house right now.
It has been like this for like a week and a half, too.
Jeez, man, yeah. It's preventing me from getting my cold plunge, which is incredibly aggravating. And I got to keep dumping water out of the freaking cold plunge because it's all rainwater. The savvy woman that I married, you know, we've got the other one that I fixed, and now we have the other one. So, hey, if you want a cold plunge, if you're in the market, you can have the banged up one. The only thing is you don't get the chillers, so you're going to have to... I have those blocks. I'll have to show you. I have the blocks that you can freeze, and they're huge ice blocks. Just toss the bad boys in, use regular water, and you just got to drain it every 30 to 45 days.
Okay. We'll talk off pod about that.
Okay, yeah.
I am interested.
Free cold plunge.
Not going to do like 38 degrees.
No, well, you can. You'd have to literally dump a whole, 50 ice trays or ice bags from the
50
local
ice
grocery
trays.
stores. Yeah, that'd be the longest time. Oh, get another one. Get another one. But yeah, so the weather kind of bummed out the weekend. It kiboshed anything that we could have potentially had. Like we were talking about going out to Brown Island or the
Bell Island?
Bell Island.
Yeah,
Yes, Bell Island. There's also Brown Island out there.
Oh, that's true. There
Yeah.
is.
But we were like, we're not going to go if it's just going to be raining the whole time. So that kind of just destroyed any opportunity. So yeah, we did the same thing. We were like, let's just take the 3-day weekend. I had just gotten back from Lakeland.
That's true.
So we were like, let's just chill and let's just kind of reset. Our very nice friend Seabear invited us all out to go on his boat, though.
I saw that. Yes.
But I declined.
I don't think I even responded. Sorry, Sea Bear.
But bringing up Seabear is like, he also brought up, it's like, hey, he's eager. He's an active listener.
Yeah.
And he's chomping at the bit to get on the pod. Chomping at the bit. And I had one stipulation, right? So you can't come on the pod until you got that belt.
Yep.
You are a champion. You need the belt. You need to have it. And you don't even have the belt yet. He's been a champ for what, like 2 months now?
Might as well just let old Will Billy keep it.
I mean, what kind of champ are you, Seabear? You better, he's putting it on Will Billy. Did he tell you the whole story, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, Will Billy, I guess, sent it certified mail, and no one was there to sign for it.
Because Seabear and his girl are never home.
Never home.
They're always vacationing. They're always on the boat.
Some new island every other week.
Alexa, Jesus, was that my phone? Yell at me.
I thought we had video
Man.
difficulties last
Jesus.
weekend apart.
I didn't ask you to understand, Siri. Jeez. Yeah, but no, they're never home, so certified mail. And nobody was there to sign for it, so it got sent back. If this was a savvy move by Billy, it was genius.
I got a feeling he doesn't really probably want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while since he's had it, so he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to hang on to this bad boy.
there's a part of me that's like, Seabear only lives but so far away. If he really wants it, he could come get it.
Well, I'm thinking that at this point, Will Billy just should hold it hostage and bring it to the fellas' annual getaway. Seabear, you want it? You come and get it.
Yeah, he did send, if you check the latest messages, some like yacht cruise for all of us to go on. I'll think about paying for that if you come to the Fellas Annual Getaway.
Seabear brought it. Send it out for the trip
For like some random like a yacht excursion type thing
in Pittsburgh.
No, just in general, something to do.
So you're saying, okay, we'll do that if you come and do this.
I'll think about
lot
it.
of
The
borrowing.
prices was a little
pricey.
A little pricey.
Little, yeah, yikes. So yeah, the weather plans killed it. Seabear, I hope you had a great time on the water. But I had just gotten back from Lakeland.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm beat. I can't.
Yeah.
But definitely keep me in mind for next time. My kids love the water, so that sounds great. But yeah, the weather just kind of bummed it out. And like you said, we've been having this rain for like a week and a half now. And I was like, this is when you ponder. It's like, what if I lived somewhere else?
Yes.
What if I lived in sunny California or even
Like
Florida,
San Diego.
What about Greece?
Love
To go to Greece. Well, you've got even more reason to go to Greece now, Jay Bear, because did you know there is a Greek island that will let you stay there for free?
For free.
For free. They will pay for your accommodations there, and they'll pay for your breakfast. But there is a catch.
Ooh, there's always a catch.
There's a catch. You got to work while you're there.
Okay.
You got to work 8 to 1.
I'm not afraid of getting my hands a little dirty.
I know you are not, my friend. But the work that it has to do, I think, might actually be something you'd be more excited about doing. So the island of Syros, which is on the Greek islands, they are offering free accommodation and breakfast if you come and you just look after their cats. Look after their cats and cuddle them. That's it. So the Syros is apparently the Greek island is a...
I gotta go.
Yeah. Booking my flight right now. It is a Greek island that has a ton of cat sanctuaries, and they constantly need people to stay there and keep an eye on the strays, and they're always looking for volunteers. And if you do decide to volunteer, you do have to work from 8 to 1, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
That's it.
For 5 days a week. With tasks ranging from feeding the cats, cleaning their beds, and even, as they put it, kitten cuddling.
Oh.
Kitten cuddling.
Well, that's a deal.
With them.
No. That's perfect.
You do have to stay there for at least a month. You're like, 1 month? Make it 6.
Yeah, seriously. Seabear, let's get on this.
But yeah, they'll give you breakfast, utilities. You got to pay your own way there, so you got to find a way to get there. So
That's
pay for the
okay.
flight, and then your other meals. But other than that, your wife works remote. She can work anywhere, right?
She's allergic to cats, though.
Oh.
So
there's the kid. She's not coming with you on this month-long trip.
Okay, Seabear, me and you, let's do it.
She'd be like, good riddance. But
I
yeah,
am a little worried. You mentioned got to take care of like strays.
stray cats.
Does that mean they could be like thinking like a junkyard cat? Like, do they mean business?
It's on an island in Greece. Like, what junkyard is in an island in
Just
Greece?
saying, like, might they have be a little on the tougher
A
side?
little little gamey. Those
Yeah.
got fleas.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, that wouldn't be something that hadn't dealt with before.
That's true. Yeah, but
Poor Ares and Zeus.
you just kept letting them out. You kept letting them out in the wilds of Newport News.
They
what do you
love
think was
going
gonna
out
happen?
there.
Just disgusting. And then you let them back in the house.
I know.
You got fleas everywhere. Didn't you guys have to do like bug bombs?
A few
You and Seabear? Oh my
times.
god.
I think Seabear, I think him or Kurt like went in there. Maybe not 2 hours after the bomb went off or something.
I'm getting
like,
dizzy.
Like forgetting that it had gone off.
They're like, my spinach puffs. They're still in the oven. Gotta go get them. There is some more bad news on this, though, man. So apparently the spaces are limited, and they're already booked up for all 2026.
I'm not surprised.
But you can start booking your stay in September for 2027. So mark it on your calendar, friend.
Maybe we'll just have to get a cat, and maybe my wife will just have to get used to.
Yeah,
like,
you've literally got 4 months
Yeah.
to get rid of this allergy.
Or just throw down a bunch of like Benadryl or whatever you can take.
Just grind it up in her food.
Yeah, just put it in the smoothie.
You're not allergic anymore. What are the odds? I feel a little funny. Don't worry about
have
it.
a smoothie.
Why does smoothie have white powder on the top? Don't worry about it. Those are sprinkles. Sprinkle it all together. Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, this is Semko's dream job. He gets to play with cats all day. He gets to live on a beautiful Greek island. Like, where's the downfall here?
I don't see one at all.
It's funny. My wife is allergic to cats too.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm realizing more people are allergic to cats than I really thought.
Say, but with my wife, she doesn't like cats. Okay. So I wonder if it's like, I'm allergic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, are you really allergic, or you just don't want to be around? You can say you don't want to be around it. It's fine. But it's coming in handy because my kids are obsessed with cats now because they went over to a friend's house that has a cat, and they're like, oh, my God, this cuddly little thing is...
Yep.
And, you know, our dog's getting up there in age, and all he wants to do is sleep and eat. Yep. So he's not exactly a playful buddy for them. So they're swaying that, but she's got the trump card. She's like, nope, allergic. Shut it down.
I always feel bad. I'm sure my parents, every time I go to a friend's house, we didn't have dogs growing up, and every time I'd come back from like spend the night at like a friend's house or something, always come back being like, can we get a dog?
Yeah.
That dog was so fun.
Like, that's it. You're not going to that kid's house anymore.
Basic. You know, it's funny. That's kind of what happened, I feel like.
You aren't friends with that person anymore.
No.
Tired of hearing about this.
No, but in truth, though, my parents couldn't have been any more right, though, because they'd always just say, I'm going to end up taking care of the thing. You're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And they couldn't have been more right. I wouldn't have probably done anything.
No responsibility. Like, I'll play with it. When it comes to walking the dog and feeding the dog, that's on you guys.
Yeah, your son probably right now at 6 does more than I would have done, and he fills up like the water.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would have done that.
Well, he doesn't do it willingly. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Oh. It's like, buddy, can you get the water? He's like dying of thirst. Oh, God.
Life is so hard.
Oh, my God. Like the trials and tribulations of being 6. Get out of here.
It's a hard knock life, man.
It is, man.
You know?
But yeah, cats abound. We got stray cats everywhere. We're going to go from cats to foxes, though, because we're going to go right into the NBA where De'Aaron Fox and Wemby are back up against the wall.
Yeah.
Is San Antonio... It's funny, when you wrote that, you must have wrote this outline a couple days ago, because you said, is OKC in trouble?
Yes.
Now we flipped the script. Is San Antonio in trouble? They lost Game 5 in pretty...
very convincing fashion. Yeah.
And it was rough all the way around. Is San Antonio, they got to win 2 straight, including one, and if they make it past Game 6 in OKC Game 7, are they in trouble?
I think it's going 7. But, man, if they can't get past a team that doesn't have, like, Jalen Williams.
Yeah, again, what's this guy? Cannot stay healthy.
Yeah, I know. And, Chet, I'll give some credit to Chet, because he's been getting dragged this whole series. And at the end of the day, I think you got to sit there. I'm sure every guy's got an ego. Chet does have one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like going up against Shaq. Like, you just have to do the best you can. Like, he's going to get his. But it just seems like he was defeated after Game 4. And that's why I felt like, is OKC in trouble? Because he just didn't seem to have it. And I don't know, maybe Hartenstein.
Yeah.
He picked it up. That's the slack.
That's the secret weapon for OKC.
It kind of is. And they seem to have a much better time. But I don't know. I think it's definitely going 7. And I hope for OKC's sake, I hope that they keep blowing the whistle and letting Shea get on the line. Because he took, I think, 17 free throws. He only made 7 field goals and scored like 30 points.
It should not be allowed. You should not be able to have literally like 3 times as many free throws as you have shots.
And I couldn't believe, Reggie Miller came out and said something. He had a message for us podcasters.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Reggie.
He just basically was saying, all you podcasters out there need to realize that, Michael Jordan went to the line a lot too. True. I've never seen Shea. Everyone has their own like move. Harden, you talk about the other episode where you kind of like lift your arm into someone else's. Okay, Shea, every time he shoots it and lands, falls. Yeah. Like, it's part of his jump shot now.
I'm starting to worry about his balance. He does not have sick balance like your boy.
Like your boy over there, yeah.
Like, he falls down every time.
Every time.
Every time. So, and that's what, shout out to the rest of the starting 5. Because they're pretty much playing 4-on-5 when they run back on defense. Because he's getting up off the ground every freaking time.
Thank God you are so good at so many other things and whatever, but man, that's just got to be so annoying. 7 games, the Spurs are going to have to put up with that. That's going to be tough.
But I'm worried about your boy Wemby running out of gas. Last game, not only him, but Fox. Castle's, you could say, two-way
He's
with
awesome.
Fox. 2A, 2B, him and Fox. Wemby's the guy.
Yeah.
But then you got those two. But combined, De'Aaron Fox and Wemby went 8 for 30. 8 for 30 last game.
They don't have a deep bench. And
so they're not clicking.
Yeah.
They're out to dry. The other thing that gives me concern is I wonder if Wemby's run out of gas. Because he had a tough series, like hard-fought prior with Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they kind of crushed, was it the Trailblazers?
Yeah.
So I don't know if he had much of a fight there. But Gobert was fighting him down low for a long time in that series. And now, again, I kind of snuck it in, but it's like, their secret weapon is Hartenstein.
Yeah.
He's been the one who's going up against Wemby. And the splits are crazy. Like, Wemby literally, you know how many rebounds he had in game 1 when they kind of surprised OKC?
It was like 21.
24 RBIs, rebounds. We're not doing baseball today, so that was my sneak for RBIs. 24 rebounds in game 1, 17 in game 2, 4 in game 3.
Yeah.
8 in game 6, and 6 in game 5. I mean, game 4 and game 5. Hartenstein has beefed it up. The last 4 games, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 13 rebounds, 8, 7, 15. So maybe it's fresh legs because they weren't really counting on Hartenstein in the previous series.
No.
So now he's fresh. Wemby's got to be feeling it because he's giving it his all every time he goes out there.
They're playing every other day.
And you're seeing those stats. I mean, I think he put up 22, but he was on the line a bunch. He went 12 for 12 from the line. And again, remember the days when big guys could not shoot free throws?
I know.
Shaq's an easy target, but
Dwight Howard
all
was
of them
awful.
Terrible.
Dikembe Mutombo
Wemby went
awful.
12 for 12 from the free throw line.
He's got a stroke, man.
He's a freak, but he got his, but he got on the free throw line, and they got to hit the glass. Like, you've got a 7-6er on your team, you have to win the rebound game, and if you don't, I don't give him much chance at all.
I think there's something where, I don't know if the Spurs, unfortunately I was only able to catch like the fourth quarter, which was kind of over. But sometimes it just felt like the Spurs are just taking shots when there's no one down there to grab the rebound. It's just like, wait for Wembanyama to get there. But he's also a perimeter guy. So if he takes an outside shot, they're not getting a rebound. That's a good point. I mean, you've got Chet and Hartenstein down there. And then they've also got the other Jalen Williams that's a big rebounder. Maybe they are just literally wearing down San Antonio. The depth is just not there right now.
Well, that, and it's so, the irony of it is that they have instances like Dort. He is just a thug.
He is
out there. Chet, I remember talking on the last podcast that he was like stepping on Wemby at the foul line.
Yeah.
Like, they're beating him up. But it's so funny because they're beating him up, but then they want all the calls on the other side of the line. It's ridiculous. This is why they're really starting to become the villain of the NBA. Because they want it both ways. But Dort is a total thug. And I mean that only in the sense of he's literally beating people up.
He's like Ron Artest out there. He is the new Ron Artest.
He is.
Let's just hope that there's not a Malice at the Palace incident.
I don't know, because I don't think he's crazy like Ron Artest. And I love that we're still calling him Ron Artest. His name is what, Meta World Peace now?
Is it still?
Yes, he hasn't given up that.
Well, I don't know. Didn't Chad Ochocinco change it back to Chad Johnson?
I don't know if he did.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought he did.
Maybe he did. I have no idea. They kind of lost out of sight, out of mind. I don't know anything about it. But I wanted to bring this up, too, because I'm kind of tired of it, and I want to see if you were. I miss the days of a 7-game series being 2-3-2. I'm getting tired of the 2-2-1-1-1, where the higher seed gets 2 games at home, then 2 away, then 1, then 1, then 1. I don't like it. I prefer the 2-3-2.
Do you really?
I love the 2-3-2.
I actually like the.
I hate the 2-3-1.
Which I don't know, because for the longest time, I don't know if they still do it, but in the finals, I think they do the 2-3-2. Or maybe they might have changed it recently.
I think they changed it.
But it was weird. It was the format it is now, and then you got to the finals, and it was a 2-3-2, and you're like, why are you changing this all of a sudden? But no, I like that because It gives, once again, the regular season needs to mean something. I just don't understand how, if you're playing like a Western Conference final, right, and it's supposed to be like the top two teams, like it is now.
Yeah.
Home team's supposed to win.
Yeah.
So that means that the number 2 seed could be up 3-2 with a chance to close out in the next 2 games. Kind of gives them a bit of an advantage.
I was thinking the other way. It's like I felt like, the 2-3-2 would give the favorite more of an advantage because they get 2 at home right away, warm up, and then they just have to steal 1. They just need to have to steal 1.
What if they lose one of those 2? Then it's like the other team's like, we've got
then I'm
3
sorry.
games.
If you lose one of the first 2 in home and you're the top seed, then yeah, you're a faulty 1. You are a faulty 1.
Allen Iverson and that awful 76ers team beat the Lakers in Game 1. Game 1 is where you can steal something. What is it? LeBron and the Cavs stole.
Then there's your disparity. You were like, I want the 2 to have a chance. Yeah, all they have to do is steal 1. Gives them extra motivation. But that doesn't change with the 2-2-1-1-1. If they steal 1, they can get 3, and then they can close it out. I guess you're saying they'd have to close it out away. So I understand the 2-2-1-1-1. I feel like the mindset is that it's more likely to extend the series.
It is,
and there's more ball. But I feel like it's a hindrance to the home team. I think again they have the chance to again maybe steal 1 away, and then they can close it out in Game 6 or Game 7. Yeah. So I miss the 2-3-2.
I do hate, though. I felt so bad. It was a great series. But, man, when it was the Panthers and the Oilers in that Stanley Cup final, and they had to travel from Florida to Edmonton and then
that's the other thing, man.
The travel.
Like, I'm like, hurry up. Like, I mean, with the 2-3-2, and maybe this is revisionist history. Maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly. But we would have back-to-back games because they were at home. 2-2, you'd have the 2 games back-to-back. And then they'd have a day off where they had to travel, and then they go 3. Maybe I'm remembering this incorrectly. But now it's just like, after the first 4 games, they're like, okay, break. Okay, now we got to fly. Okay, now break. Now we got to fly again. And then break. Now we got to fly again.
I think they're playing them all every other day.
I know, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a day in between.
That used to be like 2 days in between some games.
Okay.
They might do that in the final still, but that was annoying as all get out.
So revisionist history. I'm thinking of this incorrectly.
Maybe. I don't know if they ever did.
I should be more convincing so I can throw you off. I'm like, no, they did this. You're like, oh, really? Am I remembering it wrong? So, yeah, I mean, I think San Antonio is in trouble. Even if they win at home, they still got to go into OKC with that raucous crowd and try and beat a dominant team at home in Game 7.
One thing, too, that I think a few announcers will say, like ex-players, but, one thing that you get to in a home game is that's where, the bench comes to play.
Yeah.
And that's OKC. I mean, that's who won the game for them, was their bench in Game 5. And they are so deep. And so Game 7 comes, that's probably what's going to happen again, is bench just arrives at home games and doesn't really show up much for road. So I'm thinking 7. And I think OKC wins by 6.
Okay, so you're going 7, win by 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 6, win by 7.
I'm fine with that. I love my OKC. I love them.
I know you do. You're one of the only ones. You're the only ones that still is a fan of this team.
Me and DW.
Well, that's because he keeps killing teams. And I think subconsciously he wants to kill them too.
He does. No doubt.
But we're going from a potential 7-game series to a whoosh sweep.
Oh, boy.
I mean, we both predicted it. I was a little bit more boisterous about it.
Yes.
I told you that the freaking Cavs were going to show up or not show up in this series, and I didn't think it was going to be a sweep.
No, me neither.
But, yeah, they just showed that they were outclassed in every sense of the word.
Not according to Kenny Atkinson.
Tell me you think this is. Statistically, we should be up 2-1. Well, the scoreboard says you're down 0-3. So for those of you that don't know, Coach Kenny Atkinson decided to pop off in right before Game 4. Again, extra motivation. You're giving this team, you're giving the Knicks extra motivation when you do this. And he pretty much told the reporters, it's like, when they're like, are you worried about being 0-3? Well, it's like, well, statistically, we're actually 2-1. I was like, what scoreboard are you looking at? You are not up 2-1. You are facing elimination. So act like your back's up against the wall and start fighting tooth and nail.
He was as nonchalant as it could be, too.
Yeah, he's just like, we're playing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just do our game and we'll lose another game. Yeah, that was crazy. And again, I always wonder if those types of things motivate. I don't think it did for the Knicks. Knicks are on a tear, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up to, 11 games
11
straight?
in a row.
Oof. That's crazy. But, yeah, going back to the Cavs, it's the curse of James Harden.
It is.
Is he really just not built? And we kind of I mentioned this when we were talking about Jokic. It's like it's he could be an incredible talent and an incredible teammate, distributor, everything. But is his game just not conducive to winning finals? He did it once, but I feel like stars align. So Harden, it's like we give crap to Harden all the time because it's hero ball. It's a lot of manufacturing foul shots, and it's a lot of just lackluster defense, all the things we can't stand. But he's still a talent. I mean, he can score with the best of them when he's on his game.
Yeah.
And, he does distribute. He's got a high assist count.
Well, like Patrick Beverley said about Tyrese Halliburton, that if you handle the ball enough, anyone would have 14 assists a game.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He
does. He likes to handle them balls for sure. But so we're at that point now where is Harden ever going to win a championship, or is he going to be a Russell Westbrook? And he's gonna have the stats.
Yeah.
And he's just never going to win one.
I'd at least give more credit to Russell Westbrook because he at least seems like he wants to go out there and actually win the game. I was watching some clip of just moments in James Harden's career spanning from I think when he was in OKC till now. And it's crunch time in big games, and he could care less. He's either sitting there just staring while they're in a huddle, or someone's trying to tell him something. He slapped Chris Paul in the head when he was with the Rockets. It's just someone sits there and is trying to tell him dude, it's Game 6 of the Western Conference
take
Finals.
It seriously, man.
Play some defense and have a sense of urgency. And he's just nah, man, that ain't me. Get out of my face. I'm fine. And we get so angry at it because it's this guy's got all the talent in the world, but really doesn't seem like he really cares about winning. And that reverberates to your team.
Yeah. We talked about this with Kevin Durant with the Rockets. We're you have to lead a good example. You are the veteran on this team, and a lot of these younger players maybe look up to you or have been excited at the opportunity to play with you. And if you just they're going to replicate what you're doing. They're gonna be hybrids of you. So if you're acting lackluster, man, it's no big deal, they're gonna do that too. And I feel bad for Donovan Mitchell because I feel like he's a perennial just wants to win and does everything he can. And it's just God, you gotta bring this guy on our team. I wonder if addition by subtraction, I wonder if they would have actually at least maybe won one game against the Knicks if they didn't have Harden.
They had Darius Garland instead. I don't see why not.
Garland, I mean, you had plenty of scores. I mean, Donovan Mitchell can score.
Yep.
Mobley can score. I mean, he's a defensive power, but he's a great big man.
You had some,
and you got Jared Allen.
Yeah.
You had a great defensive. You had pieces to go far, and then this just seemed like bringing Harden onto this team just seemed like a desperation move when you weren't really that desperate.
No. Kind of almost to your point too. I know they're going to keep Kenny Atkinson, but why are people not out there trying to say that the GM should be fired?
Yeah.
I mean, Harden went. I mean, they tried to do this in Brooklyn. Then they tried to do it out in with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Like I said, I sent you that little snippet about OKC and how, the GM, and he could have been blowing smoke because if you're doing really well, you can be oh, well, I do this and this. But, he just is it's a bought in from the players because he went and got people that'll fit the culture.
Yeah.
James Harden, a winning culture, he has never fit into. So I don't know why you trying to make it to the NBA Finals thinking you've got a team in Cleveland. James Harden would be one of the last guys on your list. Plus two, he's also going to have to be worth. He's $40 million.
Yeah, so much freaking.
So not only are you going to be strapped with that kind of money, but then you're also
an anchor around your ankles. Yeah, the only chance Harden has of winning of finals is, and this is hypothetical because it just does not seem possible, but if he checks his ego, and late in his career. So maybe, I mean, he's already late in his career. How long has he been playing now?
He's like 36 now, I think.
So maybe 38, 39. He takes on that 6-man role. You come in as a 6-man.
Yeah.
You can run that second unit. You can ball hog all you want. You can be the Jamal Crawford, just draining.
Yeah.
And be the 6-man. Be the he won an MVP, right? Didn't Harden win an MVP?
Oh yeah.
Add to your collection. If you want to have these personal trophies, then get the 6-man award and go to a team that's got a strong starting 5, and then you can be that secondary scorer on that second unit, and you might still lead the team in scoring half of the time.
He could be like Manu Ginobili was with the Spurs.
Yeah.
He always came off the bench.
second team, yeah.
And then sometimes a lot of times at the end of the game, he'd be in there.
Yeah.
Kind of like a starter.
Yeah.
Maybe James would be in there, maybe not. But you're right. Check the ego, but he's an American basketball player.
Wow, he's an American basketball player. You've been watching too much EPO. You're trying to poo-poo the Americans. These Americans, they just want to bounce the basketball. They do not want to pass, do not want to share. They need to watch some football.
It's all about me.
Me. We. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, that's the only way that I can see it. He's not going to win it as the guy. He's got to take a step back, and be a piece of the team instead of trying to lead the team.
I don't think he's ever going to want to do that.
No, he's not going to do it. Like I said, he's going to have to be humbled in one way, shape, or form. Loses a step, he slows down. Somebody finally talks, somebody listens.
I would love to meet the person that can do that, because at this point, it doesn't
he's
seem
just
like
stroking
anybody.
his beard. He's like, yes. No.
I'll maybe think he's changed when he gets rid of the beard.
Okay.
Until he gets rid of the beard, because I think now that's his whole persona.
It is his persona. He's the beard. That is his nickname.
So if he keeps that, then it's the same James Harden.
Yeah.
But cuts it, and I might believe that he's thinking about changing.
Okay, so you're gonna give him you're still holding out hope for Harden to realize the errors in his ways.
There was a small slimmer of me after seeing how well he played against the Pistons. I've said it before on this podcast. I like seeing the teams or the guys that have like struggled and then kind of find their way at some point and then get to the top by like changing,
you're making a little tweak.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe this is James's time. Maybe he's found out how to do better in the playoffs. No. And then of course,
it's just the same old James Harden.
It's just the same.
When you're talking to this beard, you maybe start thinking about it. It's like, you remember playoff beards?
Yeah.
We don't do those anymore. I feel like they've kind of. Do you see?
Wait, in basketball or hockey?
Hockey.
I think they still do. No,
do they? I don't know.
So I feel like I don't know if this is just true or not, but like an 18-year-old now,
I can't grow a beard.
Looks like a 13-year-old.
Well, that's how we know we're getting old. When we start looking at 8-year-olds, like, you're not 18, you're 4.
But it just seems like the facial hair, it's a struggle for the younger generation to grow.
Hey, just talk to Will Bill. It's a struggle when you're 40 for some people. Not this guy. I got this thing on point. Not you either. You got a nice little 5 o'clock shadow going.
But it stops. It'll it gets to a certain point and just kind of stops growing.
You might want to go to a doctor for that. Your hair just stops growing. You're like, this is as far as it goes.
Once it gets to a certain length, it's just kind of done.
So you don't. If that's true, then you don't shave.
No, I do have to shave. It gets to a certain point, but I can't grow like a beard. I couldn't do like James Harden.
You could. You just have to. You have to commit to it. You have to commit. Me and Jimbo used to do this. We grew our beards very long, not ZZ Top long, but we would grow where I could hold on to the bad boy like this.
That's not a good look on you, man.
You should see. It wasn't great. And then there's one time where I lost a bet and I had to shave half of it off, and it was completely. This was wild, and this was completely.
Did you go
smooth.
out? Like
yes,
that?
I did. I had to go to a restaurant with Jimbo. And the waitress tried to pretend that she didn't notice. She's like, okay, this guy's insane. Yes. He better tip well. So, yes, there's a picture out there. I'm sure Jimbo's going to be like, Simco, put this on the podcast.
I will. There is always a little spot where I can put like a little clip art for each episode.
Yeah. Well, my wife will love it because nothing will turn off women more than that picture. So she'll be like, put it as the background. Yeah. Put it up there. But, yeah, we were talking about playoff beers, talking about hockey. Let's move on to the NHL playoffs, man. We can start out with my winner that we still have kind of hanging on through the thread, the Hurricanes. Okay. Hurricanes, man, Montreal almost pulled that off.
Twice.
Heartbreak.
It really is.
Game 3, they lost in overtime. And that, I feel like when watching that game, I was like, if they pull this off, I'm truly going to believe in this Cinderella team. And this is a team of destiny, and they're going to make it. But what a gut check not being able to close it out there on game 3.
Carolina found that like extra gear. I guess they kind of woke up from their long rest.
A little slumber.
Yeah. And then they also won game 3 in overtime. And now as we're like doing the pod, I think they scored 3 goals in 3 minutes in the first period.
I don't know. I threw my phone because it was making weird noises. It's way over here. I can't even reach it now.
Montreal's run might be over.
Well, you know, they've come back from worse. I think they were down 3-1 to Buffalo. Jesus.
Whoa. That's loud.
That was the Thunder.
Yes.
See if your algorithm can lip that out. But yeah. Stop. Just stop. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the Montreal Canadiens, I'm still holding out hope. And this is weird because I picked the Hurricanes to win the whole thing, but now I'm invested.
It's like March Madness. When you see that Cinderella team,
even if
like,
it knocks out you, it's like, yeah, at this point, it's like, yeah, let's go for it. I got no money on the line right now. It's just, you know, I want to see some exciting stuff. So I couldn't be upset with either way. Either I'm right, which I love.
Of course.
Or we continue to see this Cinderella run, which would be super exciting.
I'm rooting for the Canadiens.
And you were crapping on them. You said, well, they got one line. They got one line.
After tonight, they might be down 3-1, and then Carolina wins and goes up 4-1.
And then all of a sudden, it was like...
Hurricanes just had a long layoff for the first game.
We talked about it, and I was bragging about, long layoffs don't do anything in hockey. But apparently, maybe they were just like...
Maybe that was
half asleep,
too
like,
long.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that one loss to shake them out of it. It was their first loss of the freaking playoffs.
I know.
Insane. But, yeah, I mean, I'd love to at least see this go 7, but if they go up 3-1, this might be
I will
curtains.
say, I'll have to admit, I was hoping that maybe like Carolina would just still like roll, and I could be like, see, Ottawa still gave them the toughest challenge. But no, Montreal.
Nope, now it's Montreal. Yeah,
Montreal.
They took that claim right there.
I'm sure, though, you are going to be rooting for whatever team comes out of the East, though.
Yes.
Because you are not going to want to see
I can't stand this.
Vegas win.
I can't believe Vegas, they swept Colorado. Swept them.
Look, I don't think it happens as often as people say. Like, it's the cliche thing at the beginning of the playoffs. You know, you could just... Any team could have a goalie stand on their head and win a Stanley Cup. That doesn't happen, but so often. Right. This is happening now, though, with
your
Carter
boy.
Hart.
You were praising him 2 weeks ago, Carter Hart, and man, has he delivered, man. I pulled the stats in the playoffs. He's got a 2.22 goals per game average. He's got a 0.925% save percentage.
Yeah,
that's crazy, especially against Colorado, which is the highest scoring.
They've taken a lot of shots on him.
Unbelievable. I was watching Game 3, and I texted you during it, and when Nathan McKinnon got hurt, I was like, that's it.
That's it.
They're done. I was like, you just lost your best player. And he even tried to come out on the power play. You should take notes, Kevin Durant. Even when he was hurt, he tried to get out there.
That's why hockey's awesome.
And he just had no zip on that.
Yeah.
He was like, it looked like me out there just trying to, sweep a spider out of my garage. But yeah, Carter Hart, he's delivering, man. And again, this is kind of what we talked about in the beginning of the hockey playoffs, right? We said, it doesn't matter if you have the best goalie going in. You just need the hottest goalie.
Yep.
You need the hottest goalie at the right time, just feeling it and vibing. And Colorado wasn't, man. They were flip-flopping their goalies. Blackwood played in tonight's game. Was it tonight or yesterday? Yesterday. And, he did well. He only gave up 2 goals, but...
He made a couple crazy good saves.
But, yeah, when you were talking about this, it's like they switched goalies halfway through, and it made you kind of nervous. You're like, man, what are they doing? And Vegas was just like, we got our guy. We got him. He's between the pipes for us right now. But yeah, freaking Tortorella.
I know.
But I a couple things that I wanted to kind of talk about this series alone. I underappreciated it, and I slept on it because I talk about it all the time because it happened personally to me. We are rocking our hockey gear. You got your Stanley Cup champions. Like I'm rocking the Washington Caps, the Eagle. Fly, Eagles, fly. Only for hockey. But it's the Curse of the Presidents trophy, man.
Yep.
I forgot that Colorado won. It never. You know the last time that the President's Trophy winner won the Stanley Cup?
Like probably the Detroit Red Wings in '98 or something.
No, it's a little bit sooner than that. 2013, it was the Blackhawks. But it has been 13 years since the best regular season hockey team has won the Stanley Cup. This curse is legit.
It is.
So if I had thought it consciously or conspiracially, that's not a word, but I'm going to make it one, I would have done better than to try and pick Colorado to even make the freaking finals.
I don't even think they generally make the finals either.
They don't, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Caps got bounced first round when they were President's Club.
Talk about having a hot goal.
2017.
One of those seasons.
Yes. Freaking
Yaroslav Halak.
It will forever haunt my dreams.
And I will always love bringing it up to everybody.
But other thing I wanted to kind of tell you about was Torts and Carter Hart. How pissed are the Flyers? Torts and Hart were on the Flyers together for 2 years, 3 years, 2022, 2023, and 2024. They had the head coach that's now going to the finals and the goalie that's the hottest goalie going in to the finals. And the Flyers barely beat the Penguins.
Yeah, Penguins made it close, but yes, 4-2.
That's why I said barely.
Yeah,
they barely
you.
made it close.
Thank you.
I'm trying to give you a little bit. So, no, absolutely not. I don't care who comes out. Hurricanes, Canadians, I do not care. Just take care of Vegas. I can't believe that Vegas has been in the finals 3 times in 9 years of existence.
Yes.
And you were dogging the expansion teams in hockey. Hey, they're an expansion team. That is that's insane. The Caps have made it 2 times to the finals in their entire history.
I know.
The rich keep getting rid of this. They should not be able to do this.
There really needs to be like a next collective bargaining agreement. Like there really needs to be something that's like you can't just have an expansion team.
Get to cherry pick.
Yeah.
Because Utah, they made the playoffs this year.
Yeah. And they're an up and coming team. They got a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be a really good team. They're gonna be probably a top 4 team maybe next year.
Like let's open up an NHL team in Richmond. We'll be in the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2 years.
I get season tickets. I would love to have some. It's actually one of the few sports my wife actually would love to watch as well.
That's cool.
So we actually probably would go to a bunch of those games.
I don't know why my voice got so high. Oh, that's cool. Oh, bye. Yeah, no, hockey's great. There's nonstop action. She probably loves how they're all handsome. You probably love that too.
I do.
I mean, something to look at.
Of course.
Yeah.
While they're skating around,
He gets
flying around, hitting people,
fights.
fighting.
Come on.
Gets the old testosterone going a little bit.
I mean, football, you got breaks between plays, half times, quarter, boring. Not boring. I love that. I love football. But baseball, of course, Baseball, my wife likes going to baseball games. She hates watching them on TV.
Okay.
Because you go to a baseball game, it's more of a social engagement. You're talking, you're mingling. We're not there like checking every strike and ball or anything like that. A lot of times with the kids, look at the Jumbotron, look at that crazy mascot. It's just like kind of
a lot of things to see, like different things to like keep their attention, I'm sure.
But hockey, it's nonstop. You just go, go, go. Love watching hockey.
Yeah. I mean, the intermissions, I don't know, you got to sit through like the 2 of them that are like 20-some minutes. 2 of them, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I will say I don't like the intermissions.
Yeah, they are, I hear you.
But other than that, the
they usually have something. You get to watch a Zamboni go around. That's exciting.
No, and they do. I think the last hockey game we went to Northern Virginia, like the Capitals game. I think they had, would be super cool. I would love, but they had like little like youth teams that got to go out there, set up like little goals and like let them play around a little bit, and like it was like different ages. It was mostly young
from South Park. Yeah,
exactly. Yes, and just as entertaining.
It really was. Yeah. And they also, every once in a while, they'd have that. They'd put like the board on top of the goal, and there'd be a little slot for a puck, and you could shoot it from ice or half ice or whatever it is.
They do keep it pretty entertaining.
It's fun.
They do. Yeah.
I just loved going to, what is it now? Was it Capital One Arena? What was it? Verizon Arena?
Capital One Arena.
It's Capital One Arena now? But I remember going to both the hockey and the basketball games there, so Wizards and Caps.
Yeah.
And they had those little blimps. Do you remember the blimps? They would float around and they'd drop coupons down. Oh, my God. If I ever got one of those, I was like, this is the best day of my life.
I just love how also at those games, what was it? If like a guy misses 2 free throws, everyone would get like free Chick-fil-A or something.
And it's like, yes.
I mean, the crowd. I mean, look, the Wizards were terrible the few times that I went, and so
Chick-fil-A.
no one's really there.
Yeah.
And that's the loudest that anyone was the whole game is when that guy in the fourth quarter misses that first free throw. And
Come
you just
on,
get
you
on
son
your
of a-
feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. I think Steven Adams said one. Didn't he? Steven Adams, the big man that used to play for OKC.
Yeah.
Didn't he say that he purposely
He
missed
did.
the second one? So he was like, I want everybody to get free chicken. I was like, that's just a cool dude.
He really is like the most lovable
Miss
guy
him.
in the NBA. Yeah.
What is he doing now?
Well, I think he got hurt. I think he was on the Rockets. Was he on
was
the
he?
Rockets? I think he got hurt for the year though.
That's too bad.
But he's getting up there in age.
Well, do you think is Vegas the new favorite now? Now that they just crushed
I think
the
Carolina
President's
still
Trophy,
is.
you think so?
Well, I mean, Colorado didn't have. They lost McKinnon,
In
and they
game
didn't.
three,
They didn't
yeah.
have McCarr either.
Yeah.
So they were pretty. I mean, that's the best. I think it's like the 2-time defending
Yeah.
Norris award winner, and then McKinnon. It's Nathan McKinnon. So, and the goalie situation wasn't great. Colorado actually wasn't playing, but so well. I mean, 4-0 sweep though.
That's
Huge.
Yeah.
But Carolina might get through with what, 1 loss in 3 rounds.
yeah. But I mean, Vegas is one of those teams that you
They're like
can't
the
sleep
Knicks.
on them because that game 3 again. I was watching that game, and Colorado was up 3-0. They were up 3-0
Yeah.
going into the second, and they lost it, and then they lost the lead. It was insane. I was like, "What's happening here?" I was like, "Okay, Colorado's going to bounce
Me
back,
too.
send Torts back home, eat a torta." Torts can eat a torta while riding a tortuga and all the torties. But yeah, Colorado just kind of failed. And, Colorado's just not had good headlines. They got swept by Vegas, and there is an oatmeal cream pie bandit out in Colorado right now.
What is going on in that state?
Colorado oatmeal cream pies are apparently choice. That sounds dirty.
Yes, it does. I was like, where are you going with this?
Oh, man, this is like, give her that Colorado cream pie. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what goes on that West Coast?
In Colorado, not to be confused with the Loveland Frogs. Or
Oh, that's
the
right.
Toad Man or Frog Man. It's not Ohio, it's Colorado. Bring
Bring it all back. Oh, we got to get back to those.
what are they called? I forgot what they're called.
Cryptids.
Cryptids, yeah, the cryptids. We do. It's like, again, dog days of summer,
I
we got
know.
nothing but baseball. We'll bring the cryptids back. I also have to do the movie release. We're not going to do it this time, but I'll do it for next.
I'm starting to
pod.
think we're never going to get to a dog day. There's always going to be
There's
stuff
always-
to talk about. We should, please, if we can make it big, we could be on like every day. This could be our job, and we could get to everything we
Every
want
single
all
thing.
the time.
You guys have no idea the amount of things that we just never have time to get to on this podcast because we only do it once a week.
Yep.
But we need those angel investors to stop giving us those $10 nickel and dimers and start really boosting up those fundraisings. But no, back to Loveland, Colorado.
Okay.
A woman did finally get charged because apparently she was repeatedly raiding one of those local honor system farm stands. So again, for those that don't know, the honor system farm stands, and you're seeing them even in these like brick and mortars where they're like, well, pay what you think, pay us what you think, and there's not a price, and just pay what you think that it's owed. And they've been really popping up in the last like 5-10 years or
Okay.
so. So that's the same system. It's like they had this big stand, and did you see the video of this? Did I send you the video of this?
I didn't see the video. I saw the stand.
Yeah. So this woman, and she's like a 65-year-old
Yo.
white woman who apparently rolled up in a Range Rover, makes it worse. Driving up in a Range Rover, had her like reusable tote bag.
Of course.
And I'm not exaggerating. There must have been 20 oatmeal cream pies on this stand, and she took every last one. And they had one of those squares where you tap to pay,
Yeah.
and it's on video.
Oh, you could even do that. Tap to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
okay.
she did the fake, like she put her phone there and it's like, thanks. And then she left without paying anything. And she literally took every baked good off of that deck right there and just pilfered it. But her mistake was she went back for a second
Yes.
dip. So apparently so she said, she audibly says thanks, pretends that she pays, and she leaves. She comes right back. And this is when the owner, and God bless this owner, Stephanie Corville, she's like, all right, Like, I'll give you the one time where you just kind of just, you ransacked me, but now we're getting a little bit too far. And she's like, halfway through, she's doing it again. She's taking everything off that thing. The farmer's like, hey, I remember you. You didn't pay last time. So, like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to need you to have to pay this time. Yeah. And the woman's like, you got to fetch my phone from my car. And she got in the car and gone. Again, dummy doesn't realize that they're filming, got the license plate, go got her, and, arrested her.
Thank God.
I mean, and she's driving a Range Rover. Man, like, you're taking such advantage of this.
How do you live with yourself?
I don't know. It's like, I can understand if you're like, I don't know why this came up, but like Aladdin, where he's like fighting for a loaf of bread.
Okay.
Street rat. And sharing it with a boo, and he gives it to a kid or something like that. Yeah. You're not that. No. You're not barefoot and impoverished. You were driving a Range Rover around, and you're driving this probably hemp freaking reusable tote bag.
Oh,
yeah. You got an iPhone. Like, you're not hard pressed. And if you are, get some healthy foods. You're just crushing oatmeal cream pies. What are you doing?
They are good, though.
They are delicious. Yes. Nothing like a good oatmeal cream pie.
Nope.
Not the little Debbie's. Those are okay.
Yeah.
But if you can get one from like a real bakery and they make them like from scratch, that's the jam.
We brought some home
from
West Virginia.
Oh, was it biscuits?
With the biscuit, you guys did my cream pies. I made it at home.
Wink. You're like, but they are good.
If it was biscuits, we would not have bought
it's like,
well, please eat them in front of me.
I'm wondering if it was the same. I don't know if you were here, but when there was like the farmer's market in like Magnolia Green, but like the Yoder's donuts, they'd have.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It said Yoder's on it. I don't know if it's the same or someone different, but I was like, I mean, they might be Amish too, and they make all good things.
They do.
We have to, and they were so.
Did you have to fight it over with the flamboyant DC boys? It's like, that's the last oatmeal cookie. Give it to me. It's like, I don't give out cream pies, so I need this one.
I don't know.
They might.
That was probably the one spot we went to that didn't have any.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You found the one. There cream pie in here? No, get out of here. But yeah, good on the police for tracking down this oatmeal cream pie bandit in Colorado.
Like, you got kids, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if your kid was like 45 and he's the one he or she is on there? Like,
I'd be like, I have no son.
I mean, okay, one, no, that's not right, but okay, like one for yourself, you're in a pinch, I don't know, whatever. I still wouldn't do it. But 20 to like ransack the whole place?
Yeah.
These are why I love people that want to do this. Power to you all. That would be my number one fear, is because why would you expect someone to actually pay for their stuff?
Yeah.
Like, there's just going to be those bad apples everywhere.
You're hoping that the good outweighs the bad, and maybe they overpay a little bit to, make up for the stolen goods. But no, this screams of just white privilege. This woman's probably never like gotten in trouble ever, and just is like, well, I'm an old white lady. No one's gonna stop me, and she just thinks that she can get away with it. So, hell yeah, freaking make her accountable.
I'm so
for
glad
that.
she got caught. Yeah,
and now her pictures plastered all over the internet now. So if you guys want to, make sure you put in Colorado oatmeal cream pie bandit. Don't forget the bandit part, because I Googled the other one, and that is not what I expected to see.
That could also be a interesting segment. Some different terms for some...
Oh, you want to do that? Let's just make up our own sexual innuendos.
Like, what's a real term and what's not?
Ooh, I'm game. I can make up some raunchy sounding stuff. I mean, I just go off the cryptid website. It's like, that sounds dirty. I'll just pick that cryptid as a... Give me a little snallywhacker or whatever it's called.
Snallygaster.
Snallygaster.
No, what was like the Florida one? It was like the stink monster.
Skunk ape. Give her that skunk ape. Dang, I made her turn into a skunk ape. What's up? No, I don't even know what we're talking about now. Oatmeal cream pies, that's what we're talking about. And we're talking about how I can't stand Vegas. So, speaking of Vegas, there is a new, I guess it's not new, it's kind of starting to become more mainstream, which is disappointing for me. But new games that you could bet on, it's the enhanced games.
Oh, boy.
Was it the first annual enhanced game? First annual enhanced games They did it all in one day.
That was shocking to me.
One day. 42 events.
Yeah.
That was insane. But for those of you that don't know, Enhanced Games, this was like a version of the Olympics that was being hosted by a company called Enhanced, which we'll go into, that allowed their athletes to take whatever performance-enhancing items or drugs or whatever you want to try and get to the peak, world record breaking standards. And they did it in swimming, they did it in track, and I feel like I'm missing weightlifting.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? Did you watch any of it? Did you read about it? What'd you hear?
I read about it. I was intrigued by it. I was never really gonna watch it. Maybe if it was on, I would watch it.
Again, it was like on a YouTube streaming, and I heard the stream was even terrible. It's like it blacked out for like 10 minutes.
Did it really?
And it like jumped all over the place. I don't know, it's just like live golf. It's like if you want to be legitimate, I'm sorry, find a way to get yourself on like broadcast TV. True. Or on a legitimate streamer. And I know YouTube's legitimate, but whoever was in charge of that, fired.
Well, this was the first year. Typically, the first year's, it's like a beta test, kind of. Maybe.
Sure, but again, that's your first impression of it. It's like not a great start.
Not a great start.
You got to clean that up.
I've had like mixed reviews on it because I read the article on ESPN, and I can't remember her name, but she's a sprinter, and I get stuck because a lot of times there's like an underbelly of every single sport, right? You get so far deep into it. So a lot of these like coaches, track coaches, a lot of times they're just tied to perhaps they let you take more performance enhancing drugs, or like they know ways to cheat things. Like they're not all great people. Right. So the woman was like, yeah, I was competitive with these guys. Then they went to this coach and now they're outrunning me by so much more. And she's just like, I can't believe that it's all natural. Okay. Like they have to be taking something. And she kind of retired. She's like, I'm not doing that. And it's like, you just feel like, don't you feel like though in these individualized events, if you're not, what's the saying that everyone said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. How would you not think that someone out there, I mean, look at cycling. Yeah. The most wimpy kind of like sport. I mean, come on, man. They're all like 6 foot white guys that are like 130 pounds.
Yeah, right. They're tiny.
And they are all doping. Look at Lance Armstrong, man. Yeah. Like, how can you not sit there and think that, I mean, God forbid, I don't like to think I think Usain Bolt's just a freak. Yeah. But like half these other guys seemingly get popped at some point in their career.
Especially in like the sprints. You see it a lot in the sprints.
And weightlifting. Yeah. Like, it's just so how, I do wonder that in some of those events, like, should you just let them take these up, like take all the same stuff so that they're could literally almost be on the same playing field.
Yeah, but I mean, and I'm glad you brought that up, and we'll get back to truly clean on like the Olympics and all that type of stuff. They're maneuvering around the rules and all that good stuff, but there are times where I'm like, these performance enhancing drugs, they're a piece of the puzzle. You still have to be a peak athlete to do it, and a perfect example is these Enhanced Games. They had 42 events, and they touted this as like, we're going to break every record. I know. We're going to do this. You know how many world records they broke? One. A 50-meter freestyle by Christian Golkololomiv or something like that. Yeah. Granted, this guy was like, 32, so well past his, I guess, peak.
Yeah.
And he was able to get the world record, but he got about like a tenth of a second. And he's going to lose it. I guarantee you that record's going to get broken again by the guy that held it. I think his name's McKeevy. That held it before him. Like, it's going to get broken again. So after all of this hype up, you have one world record out of 42 events, and you've given all these people. So I don't know. Maybe if you put your hands together, peak athletes and the performance enhancing, you'll get records that are broken consistently. But then what's the point of the record if you're just going to continue to take more and more drugs and more stuff? And it's like they become less meaningful to me when you're not doing it from your own.
It's true.
But also it's like, again, this is the nature versus nurture, or is it the peak athlete, or is it the drugs that they're on? So you think about the people that did get popped. It's like, dude, what if you didn't do that? You might have still won, and it wouldn't have been tainted.
I know.
So it's a shame. It's like the old Maybelline commercial. It's like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. That's except it's maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's enclomiphene or something like that. I looked that up. That's an actual performance enhancer. It's on the Enhanced website, so I looked it up. Enclomiphene. But I mean, so I can understand what you're saying. Is it's kind of hard to believe that okay, these people are all clean. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're pushing it right up to the limit. I mean, the crotch stretchers that were doing the ski jumping in the Olympics. That wasn't performance enhancing, but they were trying to find an edge. So they're always going to try and find an edge. But I feel like everybody is also trying to find that same edge. So it still levels the playing field because everybody is trying to find their own little workaround. But the big stuff that they're like, this is way too egregious, they're drawing a line in the sand. And I'm fine with that. But to your point, it's like if they just let everybody do it, would it be any different? Yeah, we would have a bunch of new world records.
Yeah.
But everybody would still level the playing field. The whole purpose behind allowing this is because a lot of these performance enhancers, they have detriments to your health, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that the enhanced games exist, and I also can't believe this company exists unless these aren't like the good stuff. This isn't. They're not taking like anabolic steroids on this website. They're not giving out that. They're probably giving like peptides or testosterone or something along
human
those lines.
growth hormone.
It's like whoop they do. It's like okay, like that's not that big of a deal.
We are in that generation though, where because I was about to say I don't really know if you'd want to foster that kind of mentality for like the youth to pick that up. Look at our boy Clavicular. Wait, we haven't brought him up on here, have we? No.
Yeah.
But anyway.
He said look smexer.
Yeah.
We talked about
to
look
the
smexing.
extreme.
The extreme.
And he's like 21 or 22. So with social media, it's all out there with everything. But no, it is true. And it's also just, you don't want to try to further that along anymore by making it seem like, you've got to take all this stuff. I mean, could you then imagine? I mean, I made the joke about, a kid getting like Tommy John at like 10 just to get it over with.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to start packing these kids with like peptides at age like 8, 9, and 10? Maybe Jordan Stoltz was already getting all that stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
No, we'll probably find out. No, this is the only enhancer I need. My Wild Bill's Orange Cream. Wild Bill's. When you want cream, go to Wild Bill's.
They even have the oatmeal cream
Oh, do they?
pie at the same location.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. We're just going to go with that. So do you think this is going to be good for the sports in the long run, that there's like an alternative competition and they're always going to be compared apples to apples or apples to oranges? Or do you think this is kind of a mockery of competitiveness?
Look, we've got like the big three in basketball. We've got the run league. You've got the slap boxing or slap league or whatever you want to call that.
I don't know what to call that.
There's a niche for so many people now. I don't see why there has to be a things that I read about some like these young, like especially like the teenage boys into like looking to get as big as possible. They have like this dysmorphia that they got to get big. They're taking
Body
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Body dysmorphia. So there's going to be an audience for it. And it'll be interesting just to see. I hope that the company Enhanced, I don't know if we get more viewers if they break records. So then are they just going to start letting in the anabolic steroids and stuff? And then is it really going to get
out of control
to the extreme?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just anti-establishment. I hope this company just crashes and burns.
I do too, honestly. I really thought it was pretty dumb, but I think
because that's the other thing I heard about these. I mean, because you and I, we didn't give it a second of our eyeballs, but we read about it and we learned about it and we kind of coached ourselves up to get some information of it. But from what I heard, this was pretty much the entire game was just a infomercial for the company.
Oh, was it
Enhanced
really?
website?
Okay.
They're like the sportscasters were like, hey, this guy's on these things, and you can find him on this website,
really?
and blah, 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 and there's all these things. So I can't stand it because it's just commercialism at its absolutely worst. Like, I mean, what's going to be the end of it? It's like we already have sponsorships on jerseys.
Yeah.
We have endless commercials during large sporting events or any sporting event. It's like now it's going to be during the broadcast? That's enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over it.
This play was brought to you by Progressive Insurance. I'm like, oh my God, these poor announcers. Like, that's just got to suck to have to say after like every timeout. This timeout was presented by Affleck.
It's like, ooh, that play was spicier than the spicy wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come on down to Buffalo Wild Wings and try our extra spicy wings.
And it's like the next play has already happened, but they had to make sure they
Yeah, like, oh crap, a touchdown. Touchdown, by the way. Oh, by the way, that was a touchdown. Touchdown with United Airlines. All right. No.
I did see, though, that the 3 clean athletes that were in the event all won their event.
Look at that.
So
it's not so much the enhancing drugs as it is the athlete.
Yeah, I think there are, like, unfortunately, you hate admitting it, but there are just people out there that are just naturally gifted,
but also just committed to the sport, right?
That too.
You know, you can be the most naturally gifted person in the world. If you don't practice your craft, you're not going to be the best.
You won't make it but so far.
Yeah. Unless you're Usain Bolt, then you're just a freak.
That guy was just because that guy
in
was
a good possible way. It's a good freak in the nicest way possible.
How a man that size,
so tall,
long legs, can get out of the blocks as fast as he does. I mean, he's not usually the first guy out, but he's not last. And with this natural speed, I'm like, that guy's just. He just was a freak of nature.
Yeah.
And his last name was Bolt. I mean.
Yeah, it was etched in stone, right? Well, talking about tall, fast guys, we're going to go back into the college sports. This also kind of segues into the enhancement and how we don't want to see that. But they're enhancing some of these tournaments, man. It is official. The NCAA basketball tournament is officially up to 76 teams.
Yep.
Are you okay with that?
In the current climate that we're in, with the NIL and transfer portal, because what I read that this is going to do is it's basically just going to pit a bunch of the mid-major teams into, like, the play-in games.
Okay.
So the NCAA tournament is still 64.
Yeah.
You're just going to have a boatload more games on
Play-in
like that
games.
Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
But I guess from really reading it, and look, this is, we'll get into college football too, this is all driven by money.
Oh, yeah.
100%. So the SECs, the Big Tens, they want their teams in the tournament. But with the lack of the mid-majors being able to play well, I think that's what the extra teams are going to be, is it's going to be the Miami of Ohio's fighting against some other Chicago of Illinois or whatever, Loyola Marymount or something, while Auburn gets into the tournament.
Okay. So you're saying that the mid-majors are going to get pushed out of the traditional, they're going to be forced to play in these playing games. So we're going to see less opportunities of Cinderellas to actually go deep into the playoffs because they've got to fight each other first before they can even go up against the big dogs.
Yeah.
That would suck. I think that this I envision this differently. When they talked about expansion of the tournaments, I was more worried that they were like, okay, instead of 16 teams, they're going to have 20 teams.
That was my fear too.
But now this is almost worse because they're just creating a new layer. It's not going to be long until there's going to be a playing game for every single one of the seeds. You want to play that 16-team seed? Two people are going to play the 16-team seed, and then they're going to have to play with another 16-seed team to play the 1 seed. And it's just... it's going to go deeper levels instead of expanding the field. And that's almost worse.
It just is, though.
But that's what they're doing because they're like you said, they're like going to, if we make it so that we've added an entire another level of this tournament, we can have games on Mondays and Tuesdays, and they're going to mean just as much as the games on Thursdays and Fridays. It sucks.
It does. It's just, once again, it's you got to do something during a regular season to also warrant getting in. But yeah, so now every team from every major conference is probably just about a lock to get in, it seems like.
I mean,
not really.
How many teams did the SEC have in the tourney this last year? Like 8 or something insane like that? At least.
I think there's been some years where some leagues have had like 11 in there.
That's insane.
There doesn't need to be any more. If you couldn't finish in the top half of your own conference, barring like an injury to your best player, like a legit superstar type guy, you should just not be allowed in the tournament. But yeah, it just sucks because now all these mid-majors are gonna, I don't know if it sucks actually, because it was been chalked the last 3 years.
Yes.
And it's just, maybe it's just not even worth having them in because those guys are going to Auburn, so Auburn's probably better anyways.
Yeah.
But they're about to change the legislation possibly.
Hallelujah, yeah. So I never thought I'd be pro-government, but they're getting involved and they're saying, they're getting close and it's bipartisan. The one thing that both sides can agree on.
I'd rather them be bipartisan on everything else except for this.
Except for sports.
I love that they're doing this, but I wish they could. Could
you agree on anything else?
Yeah.
No, but everybody agrees that it's like, okay, we're going to limit it. You can only transfer once in a 5-year collegiate career.
And I saw that they're looking to have like almost like a cap, salary cap.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to pull that off.
That'll be odd.
You could probably sneak away with the one transfer thing, but when you start messing with the money, that's when the lawsuits are going to come.
Maybe, but I think it also, as much as I was a big fan and still am of like both the Texas Tech and Texas A&Ms.
Yes.
Because my boy Marcel Reed's coming back. They get like, I don't know what the exact term is, but because they're involved in like the oil down there and they've set themselves up as a school of something, it's kind of like, you know how the NFL is they're like a tax exempt league or something.
Nonprofit.
They're nonprofit. Okay. So
Yeah, right.
both Texas Tech and Texas A&M are set up in a way that they get so much funding from like the oil that's done in Texas. That is such a clear advantage that they can use. And so their salary cap, they can pay so much more. At least if you had a cap, yes, I know they're going to find a way to go over by like 5 or 10 million, but that doesn't mean then that you have some schools paying like 50 million and others paying like 10.
I can see in theory where that might work, but here's the rub. We're going to get right back to where we started. They're going to put a cap, and then these seedy boosters are going to just pay under the table. Like, we're going to get back to the reason that we're trying to prevent this in the first place.
But the kids are getting paid.
Yes, and now they're going to just pay them more under the table. It's New Heisel, just hookers and blow again, all over again. So I don't, but we're getting outside because we also want to talk about the expansion in football. Expansions all around.
Yes.
We got the Big Ten and the ACC. They're saying that for the college football playoffs, that they want to boost the playoffs all the way up to 24 teams, whereas the SEC wants just 16 because they're probably like 14 of those are going to be us anyway.
Basically,
so,
yeah.
Do you want any of this? Like, which one would you prefer? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, it's crazy that like the college football playoffs in itself has not even been in existence for that long. It's been, 10 years?
Can we go back to the BCS?
I'm almost at that point. Is this cyclical, like fashion? Or are you going to get back to it? And it's like, you know what? Just bowl games.
I think so. I think maybe we will. But I'm going to be honest. The current landscape that we're in, why not do 24? Like, for real. You don't have conferences like they were back in the day. True, yeah. You know, in doing this, you would get rid of the conference championship games. And I know it's gotten better recently, but they had kind of stunk for a while. I mean, it didn't help that, Nebraska seemed to always make the Big Ten, but they get smashed, even if Taylor Martinez had probably the greatest college football play in history.
T-Magic.
That, 200-yard run for a touchdown. 200 total yards in that run. But it's just, I always felt like that conference championship game, I know it helped Penn State kind of get in because they barely lost to Oregon a couple years ago, but it's kind of an extra game that other teams don't get a chance to play in. So you get rid of that. The rivalry games would mean a decent amount more, and I do kind of agree with, what is his name? Tony Petitti at the Big Ten. Because he's like, well, no one's going to talk about, the playoffs because 24 teams get in. The first 8 get a bye. It's a lot like got it in, your UEFA Champions League, so European soccer. But everyone talks about getting the bye. So there's always going to be talk in the season, getting the bye. You got to win this game to stay getting a bye. So the rivalry games, you're not going to want to lose because you might get the wrong kind of seeding. It'll be a lot of good conversation. But I just think that plus, also, you could let JMU and Tulane in now.
Yeah.
And not risk giving it up for some other team. And, this is the Miami rule, I guess, because unfortunately, another reason just to hate Miami because all of this is happening because they went on that run.
Yeah. So are you saying you're pro buy or are you just buy curious?
I'm buy curious.
Okay.
Duh. You didn't know that?
I just want to make sure. Yeah.
I thought I gave that off. Jeez. You don't notice much.
We were talking about, this will just bring back the bowl games. If we get up to 24 teams, end them. It's over. Bowl games are done. That's too much. And we talked about this 2 months ago. It's like, if you really expand the college football playoffs this much, the bowl games mean nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We've already seen it where these Power 5 conferences that don't make the playoffs and get into the bowl games, half their team's not playing.
I know.
I'm not going to play in this game. It means nothing. Just it's gonna have to go away. Which is a shame because the Pop-Tart Bowl is fantastic.
I always like the Mr. Peanut Bowl or something.
Yeah, the military bowl,
Lawnmower
our troops
Bowl or something.
Lawnmower Bowl.
There's some kind of company, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Probably selling lawnmowers. John Deere. John Deere Bowl. Deere Bowl.
But also, too, the one thing that it would also, I think, help. Now, I know things could change in legislation, but if you have 24 teams in, you wouldn't have everyone just trying to transfer to the top, 10 teams. You'd actually have some guys actually maybe stay on the team. You might have some better parity.
Maybe.
Might help those schools get more money getting into the playoffs so they'd be able to pay players so it wouldn't be as top-heavy as it is. Maybe.
Yeah, but I like them top-heavy.
I know you do. That I've always known about.
Man, you got me talking about sexual healing. I was like, I got to squeeze them in everywhere I can get. I'm like, yeah.
What do you want?
I don't know, man. I'm a purist. I just wanted to go back to the way things were.
Me too. I mean, I do.
Back when gas was 99
Oh,
cents.
Jesus.
Big Mac was at $2.
Slurpee was 29 cents or something.
Man, National Slurpee Day was the best.
Yeah.
You gotta mix in. What was your Slurpee mix? What did you usually go with? Did you do a Slurpee mix, or were you just like, oh, just one flavor for me?
So it would always vary. It depends on what was up there. But when they had the banana flavor, that was a guaranteed lock.
Oh, what did you mix that with? Banana?
Sometimes just by itself.
Okay.
Or if they'd have
That's weird, though.
or if they'd had the strawberry Fanta one or something.
Yeah. Strawberry Fanta was too sweet for me. My go-to was because Coke was constant. Coke. Slurpee was always on there.
Yeah.
And when they had the Coke and then they had the wild cherry, and I layered that bad boy up.
That would be a good one, though.
Bomb. That one was good.
It always felt I don't know, maybe I just went into 7-Elevens more. But, man, it just seemed like as time went by, those machines were never ready. They were never ready.
Half of them, it was there were 4 flavors, but 2 of them were out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always at least 2 out. And then one was still all liquidy. And then, the other one would be good, but that's the one that no one wanted, I guess. It'd be like the pina colada.
Yeah, and it's just, it's straight like water. You're like, bleh. Yeah, it's always pina colada. Nobody wants the pina.
Oh, yeah. So it's always set, ready to go. I'm like, could any of these other ones...
Say pina colada's ready, ready to party. No, other thing that drove me nuts about Slurpee, we're going on a Slurpee tangent right here.
I like it.
Is I hated the Slurpee straws.
Yes.
Why? Why do you have to put that little dinky spoon at the bottom? Is somebody really eating their Slurpee like that? Where there's a spoon.
Thought it was meant to just try to filter the Slurpee up better, but I think it just would get mashed all the time anyways, and the straws would break too, and that would be the worst.
It'd be the worst. And yeah, what do you mean? It's a stir? You're you stir it up? Is that what you mean? What it was used for? The spoon at the end?
No, I think it was just wider like that so that you could just because if it was a regular straw and it's at the bottom, it's just you're gonna start sucking in. There's nothing there.
Do you have that problem with regular drinks? How is it any different than regular drinks?
I think because if it's like the Slurpee consistency.
You mean like a milkshake? Yeah, those are tough. What are you talking about? You have to have that opening, that extra funnel.
Yes, I think it's science.
No, I guarantee you, they were like, people will eat their smoothie like.
I disagree.
No, that's why it was
biggest
a spoon.
argument we're going to get on in this.
It might be.
You think people are going to use that as a spoon?
You think that they're going to use it because they can't handle a regular straw in a Slurpee? Get out of here. You can.
This is gonna sound bad on my part, but you can suck better.
We can't get off of it. Oh man!
With the spoon straw than a regular straw.
Do you like the big spoon or the little spoon?
Depends.
Depends if I need to be comforted.
Yeah. Had a bad day or not, I don't know.
Well, we're talking about spoons. We're talking about bowls. Let's talk about cups.
Oh.
Which is that we're going to do all of the silverware and all of the kitchenware because we're going to get a little World Cup action.
Oh.
Kind of like the Olympics. I think we should do it this way, right?
Okay.
We're going to kind of just piece it up as we lead up to the World Cup. When's the World Cup start? You're Mr.
June
Mr.
11th
Soccer.
is the first game. Mexico leads it off. Actually.
Mexico.
You going to have your jersey
Mexico. I got to get it from Ty.
Oh, okay.
I mean, T-O-double-D.
Don't use my
like they can't spell that out. That was Todd. Okay. No, real quick, yeah. So what Sigma's talking about is that we used to live close to DC, and we went to DC United games.
We did. Went to a
Loved
few.
DC.
Sometimes didn't even make it into the game.
Those were a blast. Yeah. And not being a soccer head, I didn't have any like soccer gear. I forget I don't know if he had a DC United jersey, but you and TOW are big soccer fans.
Yes.
Or football fans.
Football.
So he had some leather shirts, and for some reason he had a Mexico jersey. He said Mexico.
That's right, he did.
And I was like, at least that's a football jersey. Can I wear that? And he's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then he regretted it immediately because the whole time I was like, Mexico, Mexico. Everywhere we went.
Everywhere.
You'd introduce me like, Mexico.
I don't know what was worse, the Chicago Marathon shirt or the Mexico shirt.
I think the Chicago Marathon was like a quiet, passive anger because I was very calm about it. The other one was just in your face.
It was in your face.
So get out of my face.
But for those that have run marathons, to have someone that's
offensive. How dare you?
How
Blasphemous. Dare you. But no, going back to the World Cup, man. So the teams were announced, the rosters, they had to finalize their rosters. USA obviously announced theirs. I am not going to even pretend that I'm like, oh, this guy got snubbed or this guy got... I've got names that I'm hearing are considerable snubs, so I'll let you lead off. I might ask you about a few, but are you surprised by the lineup that we've created for the U.S.?
The only thing, so I know probably the name that you're going to bring up first is Tanner Tessman.
Yes.
Look, first of all, Mauricio Pochettino, our coach, is by far the best coach that the U.S. men's team has ever had. So qualified. I mean, he's coached at Chelsea. He's coached at PSG. He took Tottenham, a team in the English Premier League that almost got relegated 4 years ago, took them to the UEFA Champions League final. So, Guy's a really good coach. He's coached all the different egos, and I think that's been one thing I loved. I did like Berhalter, the previous coach, but the U.S. players are now better than I think a lot of these coaches. They need someone that can handle the ego, and so we got the right guy. And so I trust in him, and one thing that he's been steadfast in is if you're injured and it's iffy if you're going to be able to play, he will just move on. Because Tessman's been out for at least a month. It's still 3 weeks. Even if you're ready, are you match fit, though? Are you even going to be able to play close to 90 minutes? You know, like, are you going to have to be a super sub? Are you even going to be able to play at all? So I like that he kind of stuck to that's kind of how he thinks. I think what I didn't understand really was the fact that he didn't grab another kind of central midfielder and just grabbed another fullback. Now, I like the guy, Joe Scaly, plays in Germany, played a bunch of games in there. So I love the experience. It is just a worry with the lack of like our midfielders now that if something were to happen, make a long run somehow, hopefully, or just get some injuries, could be tough to piece some guys together. After that, I think after that it was kind of any of the guys that didn't get put in. You know, I know people want like the Diego Luna.
Yeah, I was going to say Diego Luna.
Yeah.
I mean, like he let it all out on the field, busted his nose up and everything last match.
It's that I'm going to kind of wonder if that'll come back to bite us. But also, he would have made the team as like the last guy. And there's always like 4 or 5 guys that don't play a minute. Or if they do, it's the last game and you've already been eliminated or something and you get some playing time. But I never really thought he was really going to get in and play. Like, I think there'd be 4 or 5 other midfielders that would get in before him. So it sucks because you want a guy like that with like the heart and passion, but I don't think he's really was going to play.
Well, you kind of also brought it up. You know, the other thing I keep hearing about this team is that it's very unbalanced. It's an unbalanced team. They didn't bring as many midfielders, so you brought up Tanner. And then there's an Adams injury in there as well. So, you know, he's bringing 10 defenders on this team. So what's the game plan here? We're going to, you know, we're going to do everything we can not to let you score. And maybe we can squeak out a 1-0 or a I don't know, like win? Like what's the game plan here?
I think that's unfortunately part of it is I think our starting 11 is a quality starting 11. But once you get past that, especially like forwards and like offensive play, it's not great. Like it's just not.
Not great.
Like it's kind of okay, you could bring these guys on, but would they actually make a difference? And you could maybe put some of these guys that play, like Serginho Dest, our best, left fullback. He could maybe go out and play I'd rather have him play as like an offensive winger, like move up a little bit more and have someone go behind him than grab somebody else. Because I just don't think there's the depth.
Okay.
And yes, we're going to have to be a more defensive team. I hope we can get through the group, but you're always worried about like yellow cards and, get caught in these bad situations. And so you want to have more depth there. I think that's where we went. But a World Cup has a way of finding out those weaknesses. And so I'm sure there's going to be like an injury. Tyler Adams is healthy now, but I don't know if we were to make a run, I don't know if he could play 5 straight games. And so it's just who's going to play in that position. Who knows if like Christian Pulisic gets hurt. But I just think it's just a lack of legit quality players to bring on that I think Pochettino just wanted to at least bring the best players. And yes, if that has to be the game plan, that we just throw out a bunch of defenders, kind of do when Chelsea won their one of their Champions Leagues, they just play defense the whole game.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're not getting good odds. Depending on what betting site you look at, US is either plus 4,000 or plus 6,000, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to ask you, what do you think our chances are? I want you to tell me where you think our World Cup ends.
You mean like
do we make it out of the group?
We should make it out of the group. It's a little bit different format too, because I think that's 4 teams per group. I think technically, if you finish third and you have a certain number of blah 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 points or goals, I haven't even. You can still advance. We should win our group. Should definitely finish second at the worst. But then you go into the knockout phases, and it's like, I don't know. Could you play Brazil next or something? I hope they can win one of the knockout games and make it to like the final 16. That would be nice. I think the best that we could do. I'm an optimist. I've been optimistic on them for 3.5 years until kind of recently, but I truly think that if things were to line up right, I think that this team at home could make a semifinal run.
So you're giving us best case scenario semifinals.
Best case, I think truly this team could make the quarterfinals.
All right. You're really high on Pochettino.
I think I know there's gonna be people out there disagree with me because people will say that this team doesn't have heart, they don't have the desire, the passion like the previous teams have had. You can't win without talent. Like tell me a World Cup team that's won without talent. Tell me a club team or even a club team as well that's won the Champions League with heart. It's always talent.
Yeah.
A best example I can give is Croatia, a country of less than 5 million people. They worked their tails off, made it to a World Cup final, which is about as impressive as could be, made it to the semis last year.
That's your nickname, Semi.
No, it's not. But they had 2 players in the center mid that were stars for Barcelona and Real Madrid. In Luka Modric and Ivan Rakitic. They got guys that play on Bayern Munich. They've got talent to go with heart. Heart's not going to get you to win the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, this Team USA team has, I think, the most players, at least I know of, that is playing across the pond. They're playing in the EPL, and there's a lot of that are playing in these high-end leagues. They might not be getting a ton of minutes.
No, but they are. That's the thing. They are playing for big clubs and getting big minutes. That's the first you can say. Teams in the past, you had Landon Donovan played for a team that he didn't even play. He was on like their B team.
Yeah.
And he was our best player. You did have like Clint Dempsey. You had a few guys that played in the English Premier League.
Dempsey did. Tim Howard.
And so you had some guys, yes. But now you've got guys that legit play for like top 4 quality teams. The one guy I want to say we are going to miss supremely, Johnny Cardosa, who played at Atletico Madrid, about the one club in the world that I could never have imagined an American playing on, because it is nothing but like grit, hard fouls. Like Diego Simeone plays a certain style that I didn't think any American could play, and he was one of their best players. And he's out for this tournament, and he plays one of the positions that like Tanner Tessman would have played. He would have been perfect in that center mid, and we're not going to have him. But like that's the quality of guys that we have. He played in the Champions League semifinal and was a starter their whole season. What other guy has ever done that? Like, I love you, Clint Dempsey. I love you, Tim Howard. You guys didn't even sniff the Champions League. Never even came close to playing in a big game against other clubs in Europe. And you want to tell me that that's the best U.S. team we've ever had? Okay, we won. We got lucky because we played Mexico in one of the knockouts and was able to win that game, but got smashed the next game. So this is the best chance we've ever had at actually making a run and being dangerous.
And we're still plus 4,000.
Yes, I mean, it's, look, there are some clubs. France.
So who's your odds on favorite? Or do you want to say that for next episode?
Let's save it for next episode.
Save it next episode.
But I'll just say this. France's B team is probably top 5 in the world.
Okay.
Like, they are a stacked team.
So, tell me more about Pochettino. So, what are his bona fides? You said you kind of went over his bona fides. Well, I'm confused. This is what always kind of confused me about the World Cup.
Okay.
He's Argentinian.
Yeah.
We're Team USA.
Yeah.
Not a non-national coaching our national team. I know something Olympics, but it's weird. It's weird to me.
It is weird.
It's weird to me that we can have why isn't he coaching Argentina?
Well, because the guy that's at Argentina now has won a World Cup, has won 2 CONMEBOL, which is basically all of South America. Like, they're on a tear.
All right.
They're not
is Argentina's head coach?
It's like Scaloni.
Scaloni, that's right.
Yeah.
Lionel Scaloni. Or a non-natty coach, so they aren't from the country that they're coaching.
Oh, this is going to be tough. I'm going to really let myself down on this.
All right. Let's see. Which way do I want to go first? We already know USA.
Yep.
Let's go with the lab. Let's go with France.
It's I believe is it still Didier Deschamps?
Is it Deschamps?
Deschamps.
So is he national?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Won a World Cup in '98.
All right. How about Germany?
I can't remember the guy's name, but he is German. Oh, it's no, I can't remember his name.
It's Julian Nagelsmann.
It is Nagelsmann. Yeah.
Nagelsmann.
He's young too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he is
German.
Okay. 2 for 2. How about Brazil?
No, they got Carlo Ancelotti, he's from Italy.
Oh man, you're crushing this, man.
Brazil now has a good chance because Brazil, this is the first time I think they might have a non-Brazilian, and some of the coaches that they've had could not handle the egos of those players. Ancelotti, that is a dangerous team now.
Okay.
Because he can handle them guys.
All right. You're crushing this, man. How about Spain?
He is Spanish. I know that. I don't know his name.
It's Luis de la Fuente.
Yeah.
De la Fuente.
He's been there
from
for a while.
Spain. Yes,
yeah, he's been
he
there
is.
for a while.
Crushing this, man.
I got you, man.
How about England?
I knew you were going to do that. I know it's Thomas Tuchel, and he's not English.
Damn it.
I knew you were going to do that.
Damn it. Where is he from?
Is he German?
He is German. Man, you're batting 1,000.
I only know that because it's like every EPL game I watch, he's like there watching and they can't stop talking about Tuchel this, Tuchel that. So yeah, I knew that. I was wondering if you were going to throw that one in there.
And then last but not least, Portugal.
I'm going to... He's got to be Portuguese. I don't know who it is, but he's got to be.
You were so close to batting 1,000.
I was almost just trying to play against you too.
I know.
Who is it?
I'll give you partial credit. Because he's from Spain and they share a border.
No, it's true.
So I'll give you partial.
Okay. Who is it?
It is Roberto Martinez.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Roberto.
He was at Belgium for a while.
So yeah,
Their national
so
team.
out of these teams, and I purposely picked the best odds to win.
Yeah.
They're the big guys, right? But Spain, France, Germany, Argentina, all natural natties and coaches. You know you love them natties. You like them natties.
Natties.
The non-nationals, us, England. Brazil threw me. I thought Brazil, like, how do you not have a Brazilian coach those Brazilians?
That's part of it. Is you actually need to have a legit. Yeah, Brazil's are great soccer players. They don't make good managers.
I guess not. And then Portugal. That was my little curveball
nice
for
one,
you.
yeah.
You like that curveball?
That was a good one. I was hoping you were just going to kind of throw in like a team from like
Congo.
Africa or something.
Give me Congo.
Because they're never the nationalities.
Yeah, that's too easy. It's way too easy. Would have been giving you like Russia or something.
Like at least
that.
Pochettino can speak English.
Pochettino.
Like, those clubs and teams in Africa, like they got to have translators all over the place. I can only imagine how those practices go.
I just don't understand. It's like, again, I guess you just go for the best guy you can get.
Yeah.
Regardless of it. But does Mauricio care at all if he's like, we won it with USA, but I'm Argentinian?
I mean, there is always that thought. I think the U.S. is typically, now, obviously Brazil's different. First time they've done this. But sometimes it's just, we've never really had a great American player or coach. Now, the Canada's coach is actually American. I mean, he actually hates America. I actually kind of like that there's this rival because they didn't hire him.
Oh,
he thought we should have. Jesse March we should have hired him.
So he's got a little extra vendetta.
And Canada plays well against us, and so I think he's
got some extra motivation.
A little bit. But he's really the only candidate I think that could coach this team. That's one guy. You would hope there'd be more. But Team USA, we're just at a spot where like I think the players are so much better than the ones in the past that you can't communicate with them.
Well, we can, and then maybe we're actually enticing some better coaches because we have better players.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that you would have gotten Mauricio to coach Landon Donovan's team with Tim Howard?
God, no. No, not at all. It never would have gone. A coach that's coached at over in Europe at top clubs would never have come to Team USA to be their coach. Like, when we got Jurgen Klinsmann, it turns out he's just a nut job, basically. But that was like the biggest get in the world because
We got Klinsmann,
yeah. And then you realize,
I remember Jurgen,
and then you just realize he is just on a different. Them Germans are on a different level, man. Like they're the ones behind the enhanced games. They just are. He was just a sociopath. Like, so it makes sense now why he actually did come to us.
I mean, they did create the Beer Olympics. That's not all bad.
No, I mean, there's a few good things in there.
Beerfest. Welcome to Beerfest. Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Come on. All right, do you give us any kind of credit? Oh, I guess we can go into this. So we'll talk about in the next episode. We'll talk about our, who we think is going to win. I love wagering with you, whether it be a gentleman's bet or not. Maybe we'll have actual stakes. I don't know. I haven't decided. We have to talk about this. But let's pick our winners of who we think will win the World Cup.
Okay.
And then let's also talk about, does home field advantage do anything for us? Kind of go into that too.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like that.
All right, great. Well, we'll switch back to the Americas, and one of the staples in American riches, if you will, Warren Buffett. He does this every year. Let's talk about this. Warren Buffett gave away a private lunch with him, and he had a special guest. He had not only Steph Curry, but his lovely wife, Ayesha Curry, available for lunch. Did you know it was Ayesha's wife?
No, I
didn't. That's how you little eye roll there.
Why is she there?
She's an entrepreneur in her own right. Semco.
Well, thanks to Steph's massive audience.
Way easy there. Massive audience. But yes, so they always do this. They give out this I think it's an auction. It's an auction.
Yeah.
To have lunch with the two of them. It's set in Omaha, Nebraska. Best place to have lunch.
That is where Warren Buffett is
Nebraska. And then they get to host up to 7 guests alongside Warren Buffett, Steph Curry, and Ayesha Curry.
Okay.
Buffett always pledges to match the winning amount for both, and it's for good causes.
Yeah.
Glad and eat, learn, play, and the impact that it has. This has got to be a tax write-off, right? How much they're spending on a lunch. $9 million. The winning bid spent $9 million to have lunch with Warren Buffett and Steph Curry.
Can you make that a tax write-off?
I mean, because it's going towards...
Oh, that's
It's
true.
going towards a charitable impact.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a tax write-off.
Makes it like less
Charitable? A little less charitable all of a sudden.
It does a little bit. I'm glad that, at the end of the day, I'm glad the money is going to the charity.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like, oh, I'm just going to put up $18 million, whatever. It's just going to be a
$9 million,
write-off.
like, charitable aside, it's like if Warren Buffett takes me to Panera for a $9 million lunch, I'm going to be pissed.
But you're not really there for the lunch, though.
I was like, wow, a soup and a bread bowl, thanks.
Well, especially
Warren.
with the new Panera. I've heard it's gone way downhill.
Has it?
Private equity again has like
Strikes again.
has just cut so many corners, and the quality of the food has apparently just gone way downhill. I know, man.
Can we have anything nice?
Nope. Go to Matthias, West Virginia. You can get some nice stuff.
See Warren Buffett, what if he took you to CC's Pizza? It's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Seabear would put up some money.
$9 million worth of stale-ass cardboard pizza. How long would you have to eat $9 million worth of CC's Pizza?
Oh my
That's
God.
like 10 years.
Yeah.
Every day.
Well, it's so cheap. I mean, $5.
It's a $5 buffet. Or Chanella's Pizza. Now that's a good pizza.
Oh. It was, okay.
It wasn't good.
Did you ever...
It was good for being the only pizza place open at 2 a.m.
Did you ever eat it sober? Like, was it actually any good?
I cannot recall.
Yeah, me either.
Cannot recall.
So I actually don't know if it was good
Is
or
it
not.
good? Well, it's still around.
It was better than 5-star
It
pizza.
is still. That was terrible.
That was awful.
5 stars out of what? 100?
Yeah, so I mean, at least we can say that. Well, Chanella's was. We can maybe think it was maybe decent because we know it was better than something.
We kept going back to it.
I know. That was so cool. They had just the little. It was just takeout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like our freshman year.
Yeah.
Or something. I mean, I wasn't drinking.
Oh, of
then.
course not.
No, I was not 21.
No, yeah.
Yet.
We are law-abiding citizens. If nothing else.
Of course.
I mean, our history speaks to it. No, but seriously, $9 million. Where do you think they're going to lunch with this? Where would you go?
The nicest steak restaurant. Actually,
So,
a
I
nice
love
steak
this country
restaurant
steak.
in Omaha.
Yeah, Omaha Steaks. People diss Omaha Steaks. I like them. They're good.
I don't think I've ever actually had
Get that
them.
corn-fed beef out of God's country, Nebraska. Maybe a side of an ear of corn on the side.
And potatoes, I'm sure.
Cornbread, corn pudding,
You must know what you're getting into.
kettle
if you're
corn
if you're
for
gonna go to
dessert.
that dinner.
Better get that floss, all those kernels
Yeah, I
getting stuck in
know.
your
That's
teeth.
the
God,
worst
it's not
part.
good. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's the freshest cut in the world. They literally had a farm. They just slice that thing right off of the cow's
You
back.
got to choose
Shink. Just cook it up right there.
for $9 million. Yeah.
I don't know. Like a $9 million. For some reason, when I think of a $9 million meal, it just sounds gross. It's probably like a bunch of gross, hard to find foods.
Some foie gras.
Foie gras. It's probably like blowfish. They're like, this is poisonous and
Yeah.
everything, but it's a delicacy.
Isn't there like that one that's almost like it's like a baby duck or something, and you gotta like kill it the right way, or if you don't, you'll like die? Yeah.
What?
You haven't heard about
There's killer baby ducks out there?
Kind of. I don't. There's like some
Deadly.
There's like some weird thing where it's like if you don't cook.
No,
it the right-
I've heard about this. It's not about how you cook it, but it's apparently like it's such a. It's either a delicacy or like it's so forbidden that you have to eat it under like a towel
Okay, I
to
think you're
hide
thinking
your
the same-
shame or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. And your light just went out.
That's okay.
We'll edit that out. But yeah, I mean, a $9 million. Yeah, what would you want your meal to be? Does he get to choose, or does Warren Buffett say, "We're going to my favorite restaurant"?
Well, apparently Warren Buffett lives like he's poorer than me and you.
Yeah,
Lives in like the same house.
doesn't give his money to his kids.
Yeah. So
What's he doing? What are you doing with all that money? I mean, if he's giving it all away, that's incredible. That's awesome. But I mean, you can live a little bit.
yeah, you've got the funds where you could spruce up and get a decent car, or go out to a nice like restaurant. I'd want to go to like a Brazilian steakhouse.
Ooh, okay.
I think that would be a good place to go.
Yeah.
Private room, the Brazilian steakhouse.
I'd want to go to a dinner and show. Medieval times. But then
It's gonna be hard to talk to the guys though. Like,
who says I want to talk to them? Like I love the
did you pay $9 million for the food?
It's for what does Wilbur say? It's for the story and the experience. I spent $9 million on this freaking thing.
I want to talk to the guys.
It's like our $500 bet. That was an experience. I lost $500, but I gained an experience.
Yes, you did. That was one hell of an experience.
No, but the winning bidder gets a few things. They get access to Buffett's offers of potential networking and influence opportunities for the ultra wealthy bidders. Some of the past winners actually started to work with Buffett at Berkshire Hathaway. So that's maybe
a great way to get.
Sounds like a bribe. $9 million for me to work with you. Like, how's that legal? One of the old winners from 2019, he used the lunch to boost his blockchain company's credibility. So just by eating with this guy, his company became credible.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. And then a lot of the functions, obviously, are for philanthropy, prestige, and personal branding. So the guy, if there's one person that paid for this, or do you think people pulled in their money? They're like, hey, let's all go in. You good for $1 million? I'm good for $1 million.
I would have to imagine that's the majority. Maybe every so often there's one guy that's just like, I'm going to put it all down and take you all with me.
How much money do you have to just throw $9 million? Just throw it.
Which then you're right, because then I'll beg the question: if you're making like $100+ million a year, what more do you need? Like you've already got like the wealth, you've already got the connections. Probably
imagine going to like the local Wells Fargo asking for that loan. What's this loan for? Lunch. $9 million loan. What do you need this for? Lunch. Like what? Done.
We're going to Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay. In the future? Like, are you building a time machine to go there and see what Omaha's like in 2050?
It's probably going to look the exact same as it does.
Wow. Yeah, beautiful. God's country, like
Flat
I said.
and
So who would you, $9 million, let's say hypothetically you had $9 million to spend. If you could pick two people, I doubt it would be Warren Buffett and Steph Curry. You're not really worried about networking with influential, wealthy bidders.
God, no.
So hypothetically, let's just you can put $9 million, just a large sum.
Yeah.
Who would you be dining with two people? Let's stay with living. Don't pull up dead people.
Well, I would say Steph would actually, he'd be on my list. You know, maybe top 20.
Okay.
I like to talk to Steph.
Yeah.
I mean, a great run in Davidson and underrated, and now look at him now, you know?
Yeah.
But actually, two people, it actually would go great, because I had a few names, but these two I think would be great to have together. I gotta talk to Lionel Messi.
You gotta talk to Leo, man.
The things that how he sees the game it's out of this world. It doesn't make sense. It's like he's like found the glitch in the Matrix or something. Like, how he can dribble through five guys and just know exactly when to nutmeg this guy. Sometimes he doesn't even touch the ball. He just lets it roll and runs around. I'm like, how do you know all this? Like, how do you do this? And then, of course, it'd be great because they actually played in a great semifinal of the Champions League. I gotta meet Didier Drogba. My favorite player of all time.
He's a good one.
And he's a great guy, too. He does so much for, like, the Ivory Coast. But those two together, that would definitely be my two. Because they played against each other, so they could probably swap some really good stories about playing each other, but just those would be my two guys.
All right. Who else just missed the cut for you? Did you have some other people that just missed the cut?
Michael Phelps.
Okay.
The pressure and the training and having to perform like in each of those Olympics, I just really want to know like the mindset and the training and everything, like when you're there. And I know he has like I don't want to call is it anxiety? He definitely has come out with says he's had some like mental health. I don't know exactly what it was encompassing that, but he's dealt with a lot of stuff. Yeah. I just want to kind of get to know what it was like. I mean, he won like 26 gold medals.
You're talking to there's a theme here. The people you're picking are all great athletes, like top of their game, like Mount Rushmore.
I did have, I guess if you could include, it's a band with 3 members. I would love to talk to Blink-182.
I knew you were going to say Blink.
I mean, come on.
You were going to say Blink.
They're such different guys seemingly, but they make such great music together.
Yeah.
And they just seem like it would be the most fun lunch. Like they'd probably just be making jokes, probably just be telling these great stories.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. And I
Okay.
actually had John Elway on there too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so just all the greats. Oh, athletes, why not? I put it in a completely different direction.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even think about they'd be in the same restaurant with me because these people probably don't have anything in common. And I was like, all right, I don't care. I don't care if you guys, because you're going to be talking to me.
Yes.
Hear from me. I would have to put, and Seabear knows this. Seabear probably got this guy in my. He's
Oh
like,
my
I know
gosh,
he's gonna pick-
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, I am. Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm having dinner with Daniel Day-Lewis or lunch. I just want to talk to him. Like, you're incredible. Like, just tell me how you lose yourself in a role and become the whole idea of being an actor is fascinating. A good actor, not a crappy actor, but a good actor where you can literally lose yourself into a role or just, become unrecognizable in a role. It fascinates me. It's like you're literally putting on a mask.
It's very impressive.
So it's impressive.
Yep.
It's like, I'd love to just talk to him and just kind of, I'm not going to be one of those like douchey film students that's like, what's your craft? And it's like blah blah. I just be like, dude, what's your like favorite movie that you're not in? I want to know that.
Okay.
Like he'd probably do some very artsy.
So douchey. I don't watch any of those movies. I don't watch movies. I don't want to be. I don't want to take anything from another actor. I want it just to be all myself.
I think that would also embolden me to try and make him laugh.
Yeah,
I would try and just
I was gonna say,
goof him out.
You might actually be like, this guy is boring and lame, and you try to do something to make it worth your $9 million.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, I would. Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, that would be incredible for me to see. And then the other one is Dave Grohl. I'd want to have lunch with Dave Grohl. Because, he was around for Nirvana.
Yep.
I could ask him stuff. And yes, a lot of it's in interviews, but I get to hear it from him. He just seems like a cool guy. And I could just ask him about his love child that he had out of wedlock. I'm sure that conversation would go over great.
Yes. I'm sure that would be exactly
what he wants to talk about. No, but I would talk about is like, like you're top of your craft. We've got kind of similar. We're picking people that are at the top of their game in different fields.
Yeah,
I love that neither of us picked like a an intellectual on our.
No. There's just, what would I want to talk to them about?
Yeah,
I'm 40 now. I like things that I enjoy. I'm not going to try to go branch out for something else.
Yeah. And like our wives would be very proud of us. We didn't pick smoke shows. We didn't pick women to go have lunch with.
I didn't even think of that. But honestly, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah.
I don't know. $9 million lunch. Something better happen.
Get one of those oatmeal.
It's just like, you want an oatmeal cream pie from Colorado? I got one from Nebraska. It's got corn in it.
Yeah, of course it would. Oatmeal corn pie.
Now you're making me hungry.
God.
I'm bummed. That we so for those of you that tuned in last time, my sound mixer with our frisky dingo buttons kicked the bucket, and I haven't gotten a new one yet. But the hope is that it's coming in the mail soon.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll have it on our next episode.
I do really enjoy those.
It'll be our first one in June. We got a lot of stuff to go over next episode. We're going to bring baseball back.
We are.
So we are going to be doing a new segment that's going to be running at least for 8 weeks.
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Where we're going to break down each division in both of the leagues. So do you have a preference? Do you want to start out with the AL, the NL? Do you want to go east-west or west-east?
Let's just start how they start in the papers. AL and
That's
AL
an old
East.
fogey. They're starting the papers. They're writing old Washington Post.
You just said that you were an old curmudgeon because you just don't want things to change with the college
That's
football
true.
playoff.
That's true.
So we're in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm not reading it in the newspaper, though.
I'm just going back.
Okay.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. All right.
They don't even make a paper anymore.
So we'll go over the AL East. We're not going to do any predictions. We already have our predictions for the year, but we're going to just kind of do a deep dive. Who's legit, who's underperforming, and who's, just faking it until they make it.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Because it's past June 1st, and it's legit.
We talked about this. It's like, okay, there's been enough of a sample size now where, okay, Like we can tell that these people are trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
What about the Nats, man? I know that we're going to save it, but I mean, 2 games over 500, man. We're still leading the league in runs scored average per game.
Cavalli is turning into an ace.
He's had 2 games where he's had 10 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow. I should have made that bet with you about who's going to have a better record. The friggin' Nats and the Pirates. You excited about your fellas annual getaway? You only got what? About
I got a couple months.
A month and a half? 2 months and a half.
2 months. It's August 7th.
Yeah.
I am. Been chatting with Dwight a little bit. DW, sorry.
Use my real name.
Just trying to figure out some places that we could go. Unfortunately, for anyone that's out there, I am a big Pittsburgh fan, and people are gonna be like, "You just jumped on the bandwagon." My dad's whole side of the family is from Pittsburgh.
There you go.
Grandmother lived there.
I don't know if that's a bandwagon you want to jump on either.
Steelers anymore? I know, right?
Yeah.
But
or the Penguins.
Or the Pirates. No, but it was one of those where we would visit every year, at least once a year. It was almost always for Easter. But it was either we just stayed at Grandma's house, Bubba as we called her.
You called your grandma Bubba?
Bubba, yeah.
Okay.
Croatian, I think it's a term for grandmother.
All right.
But we called her Bubba.
Okay. Was she married to Biscuit?
It was Grandpop. No,
Grandpop.
Biscuit.
Bubba and Biscuit.
Bubba and Biscuit. That sounds like a good little bed and breakfast.
Ooh, yeah.
B&B.
Whoa. See what you just did there?
Yeah.
What?
Brilliant.
So you hung out with Bubba?
Yeah, and it was either Bubba's house or church, and maybe go out for lunch afterwards, but we never went anywhere close to the city. So I think I've only been kind of outside. Unfortunately, when it was her passing for her funeral, we actually spent some time a little bit near the city, but that's really the only time I've ever been there.
Are you serious? You never been to Heinz Field?
No, I think we did when I was 5 or 6. Went to a Pirates game.
Okay.
I barely remember it though.
That's
but
a
other
good
than,
trip.
but other than that,
love
we've
the
never been anywhere.
PNC Park. I love PNC Park. I
can't
thought
wait
that
to
was a
see it.
really great park.
It
You'll
is a
really
cool
enjoy
park, yeah.
They also call it Three Rivers. Isn't that what they call it? Three Rivers?
Used to be, yeah.
Or
With
is
the
it
Three
usually?
Rivers combined.
But it's a great layout, just right over the river.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of cool atmosphere there. Just don't touch anybody's wives while you're out there.
Get your hand off my wife.
It's just so funny. Let's do that story right now. We got some time, right?
Well, I did want to bring up real quick about who we'd want to meet with and have the lunch with and dinner with.
Okay. Well, and I'll tell you what. Because I'll have to do remote, but we can bring up my Pittsburgh story while you're in Pittsburgh.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
But so this was a $9 million dinner lunch
Yes.
you have to have with somebody. But is there any guy you can think of that you would just want to ask 1 or 2 questions to? Just something that you've seen from them, or that you're just a why? Why did you do this? Or do you ever think of this? Or how often do you think of this?
You have somebody in mind, so give me a chance to ponder this.
That's fine. I know.
And then you go first.
I only brought it up because I like when you come up off the cuff. I don't think of this.
Well, I mean, you got to give me 30 seconds.
No, that's fine. Well, I was about to say, do you want me to go?
Yes, I want you to go.
The first one that comes to mind, because I think of this not all the time, but how often do you think? I want to ask Gordon Hayward. How often do you think of if that shot went in, man?
Yeah.
Does that not come up every day where you wake up and you're like, God, I really wish that thing banked in for the greatest winning shot in NCAA history? Does that eat at you? Are you just dude, that was pretty freaking cool? Or does it gnaw at you every single day? I don't know.
Is it there when you close your eyelids at night? You're just thinking about that shot, just rimming out?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I've it's not like I've never talked to this guy and I've asked this questions before, but I'd ask Ego, it's what if you had ran through that stop sign at third base to win the... I knew you were going to say that. What if you ran through that stop sign against the Giants?
Yes!
I mean, and I've talked to this before, I've never had the conversation with him, but it's win or lose, out or safe, that would be etched in history. That would be one of the most defining World Series moments in the history of the World Series.
It would have. It really would have.
You either would have tied the game,
Yep.
and momentum shift huge.
Yes.
Maybe Bum gets pulled from the game.
I almost had to have.
Or it's a play at the plate.
Yeah.
in Game 7. Like, how exciting would that have been?
Or you're out by a mile, but you bulldoze the catcher.
Yeah. Then you just take a guy out. I used to play football.
He's a big guy. I mean, he was a big guy.
He was an all-state. He was an all-state safety.
Okay.
For Southeast. I think it was Southeast High School. Like you would know. I can make this up and you have no idea what I'm talking about. And he chose baseball. Good choice. But yeah, I would ask Keiko that. I'll get another one for you. You got another one, or was those
I had like one more.
Okay, give me your one more. I'm intrigued by what the one or two questions you'd ask. You're like, okay, this is your $9 million question.
I wanted to talk to Raheem Moore, that Broncos safety that let Jacoby Jones get behind him. What were you thinking, and how often do you think of how awfully timed your jump was, or lack thereof? Because it just burns me that the Ravens won because of that. But, I mean, I just got to know, like, I would have to, in that situation, there wouldn't be a day that didn't go by that I probably would wake up and go to sleep with that thought in mind.
Okay.
Like, I want to know if he thinks the same. Like, if that's something that just grinds at you every day, or have you just gotten over it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I ever could.
I'd put them together. I get Hugh Grant, and I would get, God, what's his name? Jesus, this guy's going to kill me. The other, Jude Law. I get Hugh Grant and Jude Law.
Okay.
And I'd ask them both at the same time, what the hell were you thinking cheating on your smoking hotties with the dredges? Well, Hugh Grant was the dredges. Jude Law went with the nanny.
Yeah.
But Sienna Miller is gorgeous.
Yes, that's true.
And Elizabeth Hurley is a all-time knockout.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Like, honestly.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I can't imagine The Strange is that good that you got to go out and do something like that. That is nutballs to me.
Maybe Elizabeth Hurley and Sienna Miller are so great looking because they're so poor in bed, maybe.
Wow.
I mean, maybe that's like the world, maybe that's like the universe.
I think they're going to go personality. It's like maybe they're like, no, you went straight for the bedroom. You're like, they're just.
Well, that's why they went and got the Strange.
Like a dead fish right there.
I mean, look, everyone can't have it all.
Just lay there like a dead fish.
I think there'd be a lot that would say that's kind of some of the unspoken rules.
Yeah.
Baseball's pretty big on that.
A-Rod didn't care. Remember how dirty A-Rod got with that? And then remember when he swatted that ball out of the first baseman's hand?
You look like such a ninny. Like, You're
such a ninny. A-Rod, you're such a ninny.
Just trying to, like, avoid the tag, but also, like, slap at the same time.
So
don't touch me, Jason
Stop
Varitek, or whoever it was.
Was it Varitek?
No, he was the catcher. I don't know.
Was it
or something?
What was the guy with the weirdest? Euclid.
Oh, yeah. I liked him. He was a good player.
Euclid had the weirdest stance.
Him or like Jeff Bagwell.
Yeah.
Those stances were out of this world.
Yeah. I liked Sheffield. I liked Gary Sheffield with the bat wag. That was good.
I saw this one clip of a guy that had I think it was in the minors, like AA, and he had like the stance like Bagwell, and the ball beamed him in the head. Helmet flew off, and he just had this like scowl on his face, and like everyone's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Then he sprints to first base. That's the kind of guy you want on your team, though. I mean, if you're playing him, you're like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" Like, you look like a moron. But man, I mean, God, that's tough.
You remember the relief pitchers that you would sprint out of the?
That's a long run. That's a long run.
There was a heavyset dude. I think he was on the Reds, or he was on the Nats. And I was like, you were going to wind yourself running to that mound.
If we can't really remember who it was, then he probably wasn't that good.
He was not very good.
And maybe that run out wasn't the best.
Maybe not.
I always liked the Kenny Powers where he like luchadored onto like the fence, and just when the fence came open, he's just like on there like Nightcrawler or something, and then just jogs out. I don't know. I'd have to have some kind of
fun
interest.
with it, right? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do.
Ooh, here's a good question, and we'll end on this one because it's already 2 hours. And
okay.
Now we're just vamping, but this is like our favorite part. This is like our favorite part. So, what would be your walk-up song if you're coming up to the plate?
Oh, that's such a good question. Dang it.
Do you want to circle back? Do you want me to give you a week to think about this?
Maybe.
Okay. Off the cuff right now.
Like, the first thing I can think of is maybe just like, I just always think of like The Simpsons, and it's like, why can't we be friends?
That's such a great one. Why can't when he was about to read the Mike Tyson Dedrick Tatum?
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat your heart. Yeah, that's a great one. No, but
I think I would need to do something like maybe like Kesha.
Kesha,
Yeah.
or TikTok, or
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, we could do that one, or Die Young, or there's a couple other good ones I can't think of, but yeah, maybe something like that, just to throw people off.
I would pick a really random song just to throw people off.
Because I think you get one, maybe you get like 4. I feel like you get a different one each time you're up at bat.
Like
think you can.
Mine would be all Lonely Island songs. Like
I'm on a boat.
Spring Break, Marry a Man, like that would be, and only that part. Just that would be my walk-up song, and then I would look at the picture and be like, "That's right, I love you."
Be playing those mind games. You know, you'd be a great catcher.
Just talking to the batter the entire time.
Yeah,
I get a kick out of that. Mother Lover by Lonely Island would be another good one. D in a Box.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the one.
In my step 1.
Put your junk in that box. Have her open the box, and that's when I walk into the Whoop. So you're like the old organ player for like the Dodgers play that on the organ. It's like,
you'd have to have something good though. Yeah, I don't know. I always hated like Bryce Harper. He had like one of those like Imagine Dragons that was just so cliche.
Why does that just that goes? Of course you would have freaking aren't the Imagine Dragons from Vegas too?
They are.
Maybe that's why I did it. He's so I'm all Vegas all day. I was like, that's not somewhere you probably want to be.
It's really
like, excited about.
no.
I mean, you can be proud of where you're from.
It's true.
But it's Vegas. Doesn't exactly have the best track record.
No, it's a strip.
Where they strip.
Yes. Yes.
Is that why they call it a strip? No, it's not. All right, sir. Well, yeah, we made it to another episode. Hey, a lot less technical errors this time.
Thank
the
God.
thunder didn't help us.
No. But we made it through that. If we could make it through last week's episode,
We could make it through anything. Well, yeah. Well, same time next week, my friend.
I believe so.
right.
Yes, I can't wait. This has been another episode of Undrafted and Overconfident. Two friends that have been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on anything. Drop us a rating, give us a like, message us on Instagram at Undrafted and Overconfident, or you can email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com. We'll do this again next week. Different takes, same nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.